Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Paranormal Chop Shop. And yeah, we stole Chad's intro, but I don't have my intro over here yet.
Every time I hear that music, right at the end, I'm ready to hear Chad's voice and him saying, "Good morning, everybody. It's whatever date it is, and here's my co-host from California."
And I got my co-host with me in California, Spooky Morales.
And sitting behind you, our security,
That's right.
Papa Willie.
Papa Willie in the house. Oh, I got to change my name. Then,
What's up, y'all?
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank everybody for making it to our new start time. I know we've been playing around the clock trying to figure out what's a good time for the show, and I think everybody was pretty much sending us the feedback that the 9 o'clock midnight start time was a little bit too late for everybody. And after we all talked about it and had a little team meeting, we all agreed it was definitely too late. The only downside to starting earlier today is that we will be without Chad Smith for a little while, so we'll get into the show. We're going to bring in our guest. Tonight we have Ron from Cosmic Neighbors YouTube channel, and he's absolutely fascinating. I know you guys are going to love him.
That's right. I'm going to bring him up right now, Spooky, and we'll let him introduce himself and tell us about his channel. And all right, guys, here we go.
Right on.
Ron. How's it going, Ron?
Good.
Hey, Ron, what's up, man?
I'm good. How you guys doing?
Very
All
good.
right, how you doing, man? Thanks.
Everything's good. I'm preparing for myself tomorrow, and glad I could be here.
We are too, and thank you for doing it on such short notice. Our previous guest that had been scheduled wasn't able to make it, so Ron was so awesome to join us, and we just really super appreciate it. Of course, we know Ron. I first met Ron through our buddy Anthony from Unidentified S4 channel. Everybody knows that, and I think that's the first time I saw Ron was on Anthony's channel, and wow, was blown away by some of the work he does. Ron, if you don't mind, would you tell the audience a little bit about what you do on your channel? And
Sure thing. First, my name's Ron Mason. My YouTube channel's Cosmic Neighbors. I was mostly uploading videos, but recently I started a live show every Saturday at noon. What the show basically is about, besides talking about UFOs, asteroids, and all that good stuff, is I recently hooked up with Michael Schratt because Michael Schratt is known for doing a massive amount of research and talking about UFO crashes and retrievals. Well, he has all the illustrations, so I decided, you know what? I'm going to build dioramas and make real, like not life size, but like reality, lifelike recreations of these crashes and retrieval incidents. And when I pitched that to Michael, he was like a kid in a candy store. He loved it. So that's basically where I'm at now. It's like I'm still love the astronomy, UFO stuff, and but like I'm deep in on the dioramas. And let me if I can do a shameless plug real quick.
absolutely.
Tomorrow, right? You all seen the James Webb images, right?
Oh yeah.
So tomorrow at noon, I have all these subscriptions with NASA, like a lot of people do, and I was messing around with all the data on on James Webb, and I found not just images, but just check out tomorrow at noon, and you'll be pleasantly surprised at all the stuff they haven't showed us like that. That I kind of found by poking around like that. So
We're going to check that out at noon tomorrow on your channel or
yeah, on my
Okay.
channel.
Cosmic Neighbors.
Yeah, Cassie, can you drop his link for me?
Thanks, Cassie.
Thank you.
I forgot to pull up the chat. Sorry about that. I'm terrible.
Oh, that's okay.
You know, it's interesting that you
Yeah.
bring up about Michael Schratt because we definitely have something in common there. Michael Schratt sat in that garage where Sonny and Papa Willie are at the right
No,
now.
you know what? No, not Shrek. Just Jim. Jim's been here a few times, but the time we had Michael and Jim on
It
Spooky,
seemed
they
like
were
they were
at
both
Jim's.
in the same. It seemed like
Yeah,
they were both there.
They were at Jim's house though.
But anyways, Ron, we had both of them on the show, and Sonny brought them on. It was amazing discussion, man, to hear
Yeah.
Jim Goodall and Michael Schratt together.
I was just telling Sonny that when I was backstage that, like Michael, I'm real cool with him. I never met Jim. I mean, of course I know of him. Who doesn't, especially in ufology? But he seems like a really cool guy. And then Sonny confirmed that, and he's going to try to make an introduction and all that because I would love to talk with him too because I see he's on shows and yeah, I think that would be really interesting. Like that.
Papa Willie came over to meet him when he was here one time, and he was just gonna come over and meet him for a while. It stayed all day. Jim has
Really?
so many stories that you.
Oh
and,
man.
I mean, every one of them you want to hear the end. It's not something that he's ever boring you with. It's always entertaining being around that man.
You know what gets me? See, it's people like that, like Jim Goodall and Michael Schratt. Why aren't they the guys that are on the news talking about stuff and everything like that? It's other people. I'll put it that way, you know?
Or at the congressional hearings about UFOs.
Exactly. Like, why aren't they there? Guys with actual history that, like, look, I know about the Wilson memos. I don't know how you guys feel about that. I'll hold back my judgment on that. But, like, when they bring that up and the two head guys that are testifying, like, kind of look at each other like, what are they talking about? Like that. That says a lot. You know what I mean? That means they're only in the present. They have no concept or worry about anything from the past. So.
Yeah, and the fact that they didn't want to acknowledge so many of the stories that we've heard over the years, and it's just ridiculous. So
It was terrible questioning. Only the one guy, I forgot his name. Is it Gallagher? I think Gallagher.
Yeah.
He had some decent questions. I think he was one that just pushed that bill that just passed.
How about you, Ron? How did you get into this subject of UFOs and
Yeah.
like how far back does it go for you?
Well, I'm going to be 52 in October. So I started with not deep into it, but my first thing with UFOs was when I was 14. So you're talking like nearly 40 years. I was a young dude, 12 years old. I think the youngest person ever to have a subscription to Astronomy magazine, you know. Then I know it wasn't a sighting. I don't know what it was because I'm sure I would have remembered that got me into UFOs when I was young. But then I hit that age that like I didn't care about UFOs or anything. But when it picked up for me was, do you remember in the age of Bill Clinton? And that's when he was out there all the time. He wanted to know about like what's going on with UFOs and everything. And that's when my interest really picked up again in it. And, you know, I had a few things like sightings and all that. I just never really talk about them because you know how it is. If you don't have any proof or something, then it's just a story. You know what I mean? Which stinks, but
yeah, on this show, we don't ask for proof. We're not judgmental. We just listen to people's stories, and you know, who are we to judge? You know, nobody knows what somebody else has been through.
Yeah, and the only thing I ever say is the only thing we ask for is that you believe what you're saying. As long as you're not on here, you know, purposely lying and misleading everyone in chat.
No. I would never. A matter of fact, that's why I never talk about them either. Is because like
There you go.
I've been like that. Like I'm. Like when people tell me things, I don't just look at them and just go, "You got proof?" Nope. Forget. I'm not one of those. You know what I mean?
Same.
I believe people.
Yeah.
Same.
But when certain.
Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, like, besides somebody's experience, the only time I really like question stuff or would like to see more is when they start talking about things other than themselves as fact. You know, like if we talked about Roswell, like that. Like I'm a believer in the Roswell incident, like that. And there's people that don't, but there's people that talk about it, like saying it didn't happen as fact, like they were there or something, but it's all what they heard words. And it's also people that talk about it did happen as super fact that weren't there. You know what I mean? That's the stuff where I need a little bit more. But if you told me, Ron, this happened, you won't believe it, man. I totally believe you. There would be no reason for me not to.
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
think there's
like
way
that,
more
for
people
me,
that have
would
seen
be-
things
that
that
would be
haven't.
proof. Like if you've seen it and that's what you've seen, that is what I take as your proof. You know,
I'll tell you. There was actually, I'm gonna say 2.5 sightings, and the half one is funny because I'll tell you the half part first. It's because I was out in the backyard with my neighbor, and we were just talking crap with each other like we always would do. And I look up, and just at that moment, he's not into UFOs. He's not one of those at all. Like even when I start talking about him, like he doesn't want to hear. It's not that he doesn't believe; he doesn't care about it. All of a sudden, he says, "What the f is that?" Like that, and that's what I was thinking, because there was this thing in the sky, wasn't blinking, and it was just moving. I would think it's like 20,000 feet up, and looking at how fast a plane goes, I would think this thing was going 2,000 miles an hour, like that. And no sound, it just went. But I wasn't sure if that was a plane, so that's why I say a half. That one I'm not sure on. But do you want me to go on the other two? On the ones that I said?
Whatever you feel comfortable. We
Oh
love it.
no. I'm good with it. It's like I said. If anybody asks, well, do you have anything to? I'll look at I'm looking at the chat, like they can see me, and like I can see them. No, I don't have anything to prove it to you, but I would go every year because I live in New York. So with an ex-girlfriend, we would drive up to Lake George. That's a 4-hour drive upstate New York, 4 or 5-hour drive. Beautiful skies up there. It's not like here in the city. Up there, you see everything. And her grandparents had a nice piece of property up there, a very nice piece that they actually built like 100-foot wide little private beach on the lake, like that. So she and I had the property for ourselves this weekend, and we decided we were laying down on the sand beach just like that. And I was starting to show her, like, she was like, "What is that?" And I was showing her the satellites going by and everything, because she was bugging out on that. She was staring, just start seeing things move. I said, "No, those satellites." And then what happens is, it's like Murphy's Law, right? Because anytime I would bring up UFOs to her, that she would just get annoyed with me like that. She says, "I didn't think that I'm going to possibly marry a crazy person." So this is what she used to always tell me, like that, right? So what happens? Murphy's Law. She gets up. She wants to go in because she's tired of me talking about UFOs. And as soon as she does that, now I see what I thought was a satellite coming the other way. And I say, I'm not going to say her name. I'll just say G. I was, "G, come here." And she gave me some choice words, kept going. So now I keep looking, the thing's going, but it stops. And I'm talking about, it looked just like how a satellite will look or a star will look. Just this thing going like that stops. Now I forgot what they call that when you're staring at the sky for a while and like you start seeing things or whatever. I'm thinking that's what's going on with me, like that. Like I'm going, like, am I like, do I gotta like start blinking more or whatever? Anyway, I'm looking at it. I hear her calling me to come in. So just as and now I'm staring up there about a good maybe 2 minutes straight. She starts calling me. So just when I'm getting ready to get up and go in, the friggin' thing goes back the way it came. And I freak out and I start calling her. Oh, the biggest fight we got into. She didn't want to hear it like that. The biggest fight. We almost broke up over it. But this thing came, stopped. I thought I was bugging out, but just when I went to leave, that's because now I wasn't sure which one it was because the stars and everything. But then I just seen it just went the other way again. and that bugged me out. So I don't know what the hell that was. This was 2007, 2008. So this wasn't like a, not saying drones weren't available then, but this wasn't a drone or nothing like this. Was way up there, whatever the hell it was. And the other one was, it was last year on St. Patty's Day. Well, it just hit midnight, so it's not, but to me, it's still St. Patty's Day. And I went to take the garbage out because we have recycling here on certain days, blah, 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 and all that. And I ran out. It's probably just before 1 a.m. And as I take the garbage out, I go to come back in. I have this habit, I think like we all do, look up. Always look up and give the sky a nice scan. And I'm bugging out right now because I get these goosebumps because I just seen a guest that was on Anthony's show on Unidentified S4, and he said almost word for word what happened to me. And so what happens is, as I look up, I can't explain how dead silent it got. Not that this thing that I think I saw was silent. Everything went silent. It was like weird, like humming cars. I didn't hear anything, and all I seen was the stars disappearing, and like me just turning like this, and this thing. It was so big that I would think, I can't even tell you how high or low it was, but not a sound, and it was moving, but not moving like 2,000. Oops, sorry, not moving like 2,000 miles an hour. I don't know, but it was so big, 500 miles an hour, whatever it was. It was at a steady clip. Look, check this out. I always have them here. So these are like the TR3Bs that I print, right? So it's basically like this. And I'm not saying it was a triangle. That's not what I'm saying. All I'm saying, it was this dark mass. And it was just like this, going. And I just followed it. And I was frozen as my head was turning. I'd never been that scared. I always said that if I seen something, I would go like, oh, come here. I was scared to death. And as soon as it was out of sight, it's like somebody turned the volume on and I heard everything again. It was the freakiest thing that I didn't even tell anybody, not even family. I didn't even tell about it for months like that. It freaked me out like that.
Man.
Yep.
Yeah. Papa Willie has seen one before, a TR3B.
Yeah, that little
right.
thing you have in your hand, I've seen two of them in real life.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
They're out there. I have if ever you check, and please, anybody, don't leave now and go look. Do it some other time. But on my channel, I had uploaded a video. If you do a search for triangle, because I would always film. I put this little bracket on one of my windowsills, and I would just let my camera like shoot at 4K and shoot overnight until the SD card filled up or whatever. And when I would check it, months will go by, never get nothing. And then this one night, this it looks like a triangle. The lights, there's no blinking, just zooming like that. I caught it clear as day on the video.
Wow.
Like that. I even sent it, tweeted Mick Wesson. He couldn't deny anything. He couldn't say he checked all his plane stuff, all the satellite stuff. He couldn't come up with anything.
Oh, he responded to you.
Oh, he did. He went back and forth. He even got a couple people involved on it, and they couldn't figure it out. Only one photographer guy comes out right away, goes, oh, that's an airplane. I always take photos, and I know airplanes. Like one of those guys. And I'm just like, yeah, okay.
I had something that flew over this house where I'm at now. Just a ball of light was coming. It looked like a plane. You know when one of the little, like a training plane, an airplane, single engine plane, they'll come at you and they have the two lights on the side. When they're coming at you, it looks like one light, and as they get closer, you start seeing all the features. But I couldn't see no flashing lights, so I kept watching this thing, and then I thought, it's so close I would hear it. Okay, so now I'm staring at it. I'm standing right in front of the door. I actually telling my wife to come out and look at it, and she's in the kitchen doing something. As it gets closer to like over this orchard where I'm at, it's floating over. Now I notice up here at the top, This is low, and whatever this is, it looks like it's beyond our atmosphere. It looks like it's in space.
Well,
They're in perfect time. It looks like it's pulling it with a rope, but from that far away, in perfect time. And then it stops over the house. This one gets really bright and just shuts off and was gone. Like, I don't know if I couldn't see it because it's not a light no more, but whatever it was, there was two of them, and they stayed in perfect time. But this one that's up here, it was so high up, it was barely noticeable. The only reason I noticed it is because it's trailing the other one. You know, it was perfectly trailing the same exact speed. I've never seen anything like that or heard anything about them yet.
There's a lot of stuff going on. The problem is well, we probably always look up in the sky, but everybody's in their phone on not looking up at the sky. If people would point a camera overnight and then check that in the morning, you'd be surprised how many sightings would be getting reported. Because when I would do that, I would see the satellites going crazy, but so many other things are zipping by that I'm like, what the frig is that? Like that. Because, like, I'll be honest, we believe, right? And there's to a point we want something to be true in certain things, but I'm never going to go like, well, that I know when that's a satellite, go, well, maybe it's not. No, if it's a satellite, it's a satellite. And if it's this, whatever. But when you see those other ones that I'm like, but that triangle one, I'm not saying, when I say the triangle, I'm not saying it was alien. I'm not saying, oh, maybe it was our Space Force or something like that. But when you see it, it's not. If it was an airplane, they didn't have on the FAA blinkers or anything like that. There was no sound. The only little sound you hear, that's the Long Island Expressway. That's right up the block for me because I know that sound like it's embedded in my head. Trust me.
The ones that I seen, I watched. They come into the atmosphere like a shooting star, one, and then it split into two pieces. And one of the pieces was falling pretty much right at us on the highway. We're right on the highway that goes over the top of the San Luis Reservoir. And it falls, looks like it's close to the side of the highway. Like, and one of them falls like nothing's controlling it. It's just falling. The other one, it was flying off to the side, and then all of a sudden it turned around and started circling the other one that's falling, and they both stopped and hovered maybe 10, 15 feet above the water, like almost in the water, and they weren't rippling the water underneath it or anything. They were just kind of sitting there, almost like it was a picture or something, and the water underneath, you could see it just, all of it looked the same.
Well, I think I like there's people that'll hear that and not. I believe that 100%, and especially you double down when you seen stuff yourself. And like I don't care how much I want to believe, because one thing I'll say that is fact without having the proof of it is in this universe there's other life. It just has to be, right? But with all these things, the only thing I don't think it is, I'll be honest, I don't think, and that's something you'll hear. Well, if whenever you guys watch a show or something that I talk about, like with space and everything, because space is so big, I don't think aliens are coming from like a whole bunch of different ones, all different other star systems, because it's so big. Even with wormholes, I believe they're like right here in the neighborhood. Like there's wormholes like that are close, and when like what Papa Willie said about the water, they're under the freaking water. Telling you they're under the ocean, and it's just weird, isn't it? Weird that we're flying drones on Mars, we're sending satellites tens of millions of miles away to crash in the bullseye into an asteroid, but we've only explored 5% of our oceans and say, oh, it's too difficult. Come on. Like that. Yep. There's a lot going on down there, you know. Don't let that fool you either. That thing they just passed, where they're talking about transmedium, about USOs, like underwater and everything. There's a reason why somebody asked that question about submersible objects. There's a reason because nobody ever talks about that really. And then when that was asked, and now that's being brought up in the bill, that's something to pay attention to.
I just instantly assumed that they flew straight up because they disappeared. I looked away just for a second because traffic started moving again, and I looked
It's
away.
an
Just
eerie feeling, man.
gone. They were just.
No, I told Billy that when he told me that story about it falling out of the sky and the other one circling it as they were both falling, I told him when I learned how to fly a real RC plane, not just a trainer one. This was one that can't crash. Okay, the guy standing next to me, he's standing right where Billy is, that close. I'm flying the plane, and I lost control. We're up way up there, but I lost control of the plane. It started crashing, and I couldn't recover. He had a switch on his. He's holding another controller. It's not hooked to mine or anything. There was just a switch on it. He flipped the switch. It totally killed my controller, and he took over the plane, and then got it back level. And then turned it off, and mine came back on, and I started flying again. So I told Billy, that sounds like this guy lost control that was flying, and this guy circling him was trying to stay close enough to stay in range to stop his craft. That's what it sounded like to me. And that sounds like humans. Human error made that guy fall out of the sky.
And it doesn't why couldn't that be possible? It's something that who was I just talking to about that? About like a petri dish. I don't know. Did you hear me say? I read an article somewhere, and so I don't know for anybody that heard me say this the other day. I'm sorry if it's repetitive, but I'm sure there's people that haven't. This is a thought that I have because there was an article that was really thought provoking, and it was a scientist talking about a petri dish, like. When we experiment, like let's say we put under a microscope and we're looking at these microbes, but we're magnifying like not 10, 100 times. We're talking about 10,000 times magnification, right? I mean, these are small little life forms, right? That we're looking at, we're testing things on. They're doing their thing. If we leave them alone, they have their own little ecosystem. They'll grow everything, and we don't think they do. I don't think they know we're there because they're such small. They're almost near a quantum level. Not that small, but you know what I'm getting at. Mm-hmm. What's to say we're not in our own petri dish? I mean, and I don't mean a literal petri dish for anybody because you always got that clever person out there going, "Oh, this guy thinks we're in a dish." No, I don't mean to, but like being monitored, self-tested on, because I say that when people bring up glitches and they use the analogy of like the Matrix, maybe these little glitches or that are things that are checking us out that we're not supposed to see, and we're catching glimpses of things and all that. And that goes beyond the other stuff like the UFO. I don't know. I just start thinking about things because I think we have to think outside the box on a lot of stuff, I don't know. Call me nutter. I don't know.
No, we got a friend named Big Willie from Big Willie's Bits, and he kind of thinks the same thing. He's got a big dome on it in a petri dish, and thinks the Earth is flat. That's what we're always teasing him about.
Oh, no. I'm not saying that. Whoa, okay. Wait. Let me. No, time out. No, I am not a flat earther.
I thought flat.
No. I'm not a flat earther. No way.
Okay.
No. No, I don't even want to be in that class. No, man. You boy. No way.
Hey, you don't want to make those guys mad at you.
Oh, I don't get that. All I know is they put up a lot of bets and they don't pay their bets when they get proven wrong. That's one thing I know for sure about those flat earthers, right? They should listen to Professor Dave. He gets them mad. I don't know if you ever heard of that guy, but anyway, besides, just to be clear, people out there, I am not a flat earther, and I'm not saying we're in a literal dish. All right, so
okay,
that's all.
Clarify that.
Yeah, man. Ooh. I'm kind of glad that because Anthony had reached out to me earlier. I guess whatever happened with you guys with the last minute thing, and I think Chad must have been talking with Anthony. So, and whatever happened, Anthony reached out to me. So once I accepted, I said, "Yeah, sure, no problem." I was kind of relieved because I was going to stream earlier tonight and continue doing the models. And that gave me the biggest excuse in the world just to take a break from it today.
Take a break. Right
Yeah,
on.
Good,
man.
We
Yeah.
Good.
appreciate
Sometimes
it.
you got to, right?
You know what? Let me show you something, all right? Check this out. So I have a bunch of models that came in, right? But this is one that Strat kept saying, you got to get that exact model. You see this?
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool, man.
That's called the Dragon
love
Wagon. Yeah, I think it's an M25 Dragon Wagon or something like that it's called, right? All right. So now this is on, if you look here, the scale is small. It's 172 scale, right?
Yeah. that's
So
small
I'm
enough.
thinking, I'm thinking, no problem. Yeah, check this out. Watch this. So we got this, right?
Uh-huh.
That. We also have this, right?
Ooh, nice.
And it also comes with this,
Oh no.
right? No, wait, I'm not done yet. It also comes with this
Oh man.
and even more. Hold on. And it comes with this.
What's the skill level on that thing?
Its scale is very stressful. That's the skill level. I got to tell you because when I seen this thing and it came with a booklet, I'm like, all right, you know what? I'll knock it out. And when I seen all of these, I said, and here's the worst part of it, because I got mad at Strat right away because he's the one that said you got to get the Dragon Wagon, right? So I got that. Here's the worst part. After I calmed down, I said, all right, I realized I have to do another one. Get a second one. Yeah. So
Two of those.
that's why I figured I started streaming it like when I'm doing them, because if I'm going to be in pain, let everybody else feel it when they're watching me.
Have you always
Oh,
been into modeling?
No, not always. When I was younger, I used to like doing it, but then I dropped that real fast. But recently, I've been doing a lot more of, like, over the last year or so, like painting, the 3D printing stuff I do and building things. And I don't know why it just popped in my mind that I want to do these recreations. And as I was thinking about that, it just so happens Michael Strat was on Cambian's show, doing a live show talking about the illustrations. And I was like, I got to contact this guy. And that's the rest is history. Yeah.
Yeah, man, those dioramas are really cool.
Yeah, this one, I put my foot in my mouth on this one because what happened was after I did the Cape Girardeau one, that first one you seen. So when Michael was doing that show with me, and I told him, because I put up a poll asking everybody, what do they want to see the next one? Do you want to see Roswell, Aztec, or the Kingsman one, the Kingsford one in 1953? That was a forced landing, not a crash. But then Michael called me. He says, you know what? We should go in chronological order. I said, yeah, fine. So, but before that, before I put up the poll during the show, I'm telling him, I says, you know what I'm going to do? Because I'm feeling all amped up the first show. I said, oh no, I can't share this. No. All right. So there's these slides, these images that Michael Strat shows when he's doing his thing, and it shows the Roswell crash. It shows a part where they're bringing the craft down Main Street, and then it also has a scene of the alien bodies in the hangar. So what do? I pull a Ralph Cramden and open my mouth, and I say, you know what I'm going to do? What nobody's ever done. I'm going to make a 3-scene diorama with all 3 of them like that. And now I realize, like, opening my mouth, that's a lot of work, because I haven't even started sculpting yet, and I already got over 40 hours in on it.
Oh man.
This is going to be a 200-hour project minimum.
I've always wanted to learn how to do the 3D printing. I've never gotten into that yet.
Well, Cambian has a hitman out looking for me because I got him into it, and now he's going crazy.
See, I better wait. I'm still.
No.
Ride motorcycles. I don't think I can have both.
No, man. If you could do that stuff, the 3D printers breeze. The problem is he didn't listen to me. I gave him I sent him for free. I gave him a 3D printer, but a non-heated bed because they have them that are heated beds, some that are non-heated. And I told him, learn on this one first. Use this as a starter. Once you figure this out and know how the concept of 3D printing, then update. No, he had to be the big boy and get his brother or whoever. He had to buy this big 3D heated printer. Now he calls me that he can't get it level, and he's like always on his show. You'll hear him saying like that, "Goddamn Ron from Cosmic Neighbors, I'm gonna shoot him," like that. He's so mad because
I'm printing a gun and I'm gonna shoot it.
he's so I actually offered to drive out to his house a few hours to help him, but I have to be careful now because he has a cabin in the woods, so I have to make an announcement and live stream it just to make sure I get back. Because, but the 3D printing, if you learn it like this, look, see this guy? This is the one I did.
Whoa.
Man, that's pretty cool, dude.
Yeah, and what I'm trying to do with this guy is I bought.
Did it print that smooth before you?
Yeah, can you bring up the screen for a minute so I can show you
Yeah.
something? Let me show you something. All right, let me see if that focuses in it. Yeah, so it printed smooth just like this. Wait, let me get my face out of there so it can focus in. There we go. I don't have my lighting on real high. Sorry about that. See, it keeps getting my face. Trying to get my face. Okay, good. So this thing was made from a filament called glass blue or something like that. But yes, this is all one piece. Here, you could let me see if it shows this. See the bottom?
Yeah. Yep.
See that thing that looks like a beehive, like the honeycombs?
Like honeycombs, yeah.
Yeah, that's because when you 3D print, what it does is it puts a layer of plastic and then another layer, and it goes layer after layer after layer, and it makes the shape, right?
Yeah.
And I only say it that way because I'm sure you have an idea of it. So some people don't have no idea how a 3D does, so that's why I'm saying it that way. But so after every layer, that honeycomb thing you see in there, that's actually the infill. That's how it fills up the inside.
Oh, okay.
Because I could have it solid. It'll be heavy like a statue. But something like this probably took me 10 hours to print. Something like that. Oh, that's an easy one, 10 hours. I have an Einstein. My first print ever took 36 hours. So this one, 10 hours. And that's probably like 20% infill. If I did 100%, this would probably take 2.5 days to print.
Man.
Like that. Yeah. That's the thing about 3D printing is if you're going to print something out that's a statue that is just going to go up on a shelf and it's going to sit there, there's no reason to make it 100% infill where it's super heavy.
And you waste more material.
And it wastes material, time, burn out your machine faster. But if it's something that now you're looking to impress people or make a prototype of something and you're going to be demonstrating and letting people touch it, then you make it more solid and everything like that. But stuff like this, nah, it doesn't need to be, because if I hold them together and have one that's 100% and one's 10%, you won't know the difference. Like
I wonder, have you ever tried printing any fishing lures?
That's what I want to print.
That's
Fishing lures.
Oh, well, the thing is, I don't go fishing over here. I haven't for many years. I used to go crabbing, so there's no reason for me to. But let me see something. Well, the fishing lure is like, oh, you mean like the piece that goes on the edge of the fly, like the little one that floats that it spins?
Oh,
I'm not that familiar with the fishing. That's why. So
I'm talking about a little plastic fish that you put hooks on.
Yep, just
there's no reason why I can't print that. I guarantee you, if I search right now and look, or you go to a website on the side, it's called Thingiverse, ThingiVerse.com. That's a free, you could get free 3D models you could download, right? That's where I got this thing. Okay. Type in fishing lures and hit in the search bar and hit enter. I guarantee you a whole bunch will come up.
Wow.
All right.
Yeah, there's no way that I doubt they wouldn't have that.
That's awesome, man. Thanks.
Do you mind for a second? because I have the AC on and my nose is stuffed. I just have to. I have my Afrin right there. I have to spray it. All right. So
Okay, yeah,
just
go
bear
ahead. I'll
with
take
me.
that for a second. Yeah.
So sorry about that.
No, you're fine, man. So Spooky, that's pretty cool. Do you have a 3D printer?
Yeah, I got one right here. No, I don't have a 3D printer, man. I would
That's-
love one.
That's how you made them statues back there. Told me your grandma carved them.
Well, from the sounds of it, it would take a year to make it. Dude.
I know. I wonder if your grandma can carve marble faster than that 3D printer.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's kind of amazing when you think about it.
Hey, Sonny, have you seen the dioramas that he's done?
No, not yet. I don't have any pictures or anything. I was hoping when Chad gets here, he'll have something to pull up.
Yeah, while Ron was talking, I was looking through some of his videos. I was trying to find it, but I just can't seem to find it. Maybe Ron knows where to go. He can find them faster for us.
Okay. I'll ask him. He's back now.
What are you talking about?
I was just telling Sonny that I think it was on the Michael Schratt interview. I saw a diorama that you had done, but I'm going through some of your videos trying to find it so I can show the audience.
You know what you have to look. Let me look real quick on this screen. Give me a second.
If you anything you want to bring up, man, you can share the screen and we can see whatever you want to show us. I know Sonny would love to see your dioramas.
Yep.
Sorry. All right, let me see something here. Let me move this screen here for a second. Let me get all the porn off this screen in case I share it and everything. All right. So let's see.
That is the trick, isn't it?
Yeah. All right, let me find it. I said, and I forgot. I said that out loud, didn't I? Yeah. Hey, Bree, if you're out there, Bree, I'm getting you're second guessing having me on your show now. I bet, huh?
Brianna
Oh
Gaming?
man, we got a pretty rough chat room sometimes.
Oh,
I haven't been able to pay attention to chat today, guys, very much. I'm sorry, but Cassie, I see you in there, and Rodney, what's going on, Posky? And
and I'm terrible with it, so they already know me for that. I'm terrible with the chat. I'm sorry. I'm trying to find where the hell I put it. I don't understand this.
all right. And Enzo, I see you too, man. How's it going? Oh, and is that? It is Adrian. What's up?
Oh wait, hold on. I found the diorama. It's. Oh, I took the background out, but it sucks. Give me 1 second, and I'll share my screen. I'm just looking for one that may have a couple of pictures, so I don't just have to show you one picture.
No worries, man. Take your time. We're just saying hi to the chat room.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Spooky, you can pull them up too if you want to say hi to anyone.
Okay.
You know how to do that. There might be people I'm missing.
Well, I'll say hi, Oracles, and
Yes,
that is Totiwaba. Oh, wait. There
Yep.
she is.
they're in here.
What's going on, everybody? I'm sorry. That's another thing. Oh, you know what I'm going to share with you also? I want to give you guys a little taste of what I'm going to show tomorrow. Or damn, why am I feel like I'm panicking right now to look for this thing?
Oh, you got plenty of time. Don't worry, man.
I know. I'm just one of those people that are like that. Like, I feel like I'm under the gun right now. And I'm like,
Oh no, no
and
way.
you guys have been great with it.
The clock's ticking.
Yeah, just made me really panic now. I had this whole thing with the like the diorama, and I created this folder for it. And wait, maybe it's in there, diorama media. Maybe that would be the good one to look at. Yeah. Diorama projects, Cape Girardeau. This stinks. I'll show you basically. I'll show the progress pictures of when it was being built, and then I'll show you the final one. All right.
Oh, excellent.
All right. Give me 1 second. I got one more thing I got to say. Oh, Ron. Oh, where the hell did I put it? Don't panic. Graphics, under graphics. Okay, so it'll be under that one. All right. So let me open up a picture so then I know what screen to share. All right. Okay, so now I'll just come here and say share screen. There's no audio, so I don't have to turn that on.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah, when
so
you share screen, I think it asks for all that stuff.
yeah,
Okay,
I messed
ready?
up the other. Yeah, I'm good. I'm ready. You tell me when you're good.
There you go.
All right, so that first one I did, this is like I'm going to show you from the birth. There's only like maybe 10, 12 pictures of the progress. So hold on, let me see. That's the form. Believe it or not, that's how you make the mountains. Right? I know it looks nutty. That was the thing. That's the UFO I 3D printed out and cut it out and everything like that. And I melted the middle to make some dents.
Okay.
This is a story in itself. The certain kind of plaster I use
Yeah.
the bag blew up on me. Oh man, it's like
Hot? Did the chemical get hot?
no, that doesn't get hot. This is actually called sculpt the mold. That it takes a little bit of water and that's it. But what happened was I was stirring it and the spoon got stuck. And when I went to pull it out, it like flicked and popped everything in the air and it went in my face. Look, I had goggles and a mask on. Otherwise, I would have
Yeah.
swallowed it. Yeah, I think there's still some on my ceiling I couldn't get to yet. It is like that. Oh, wait. So let me go forward. So that's like adding the earth tones, how it takes place, because it's there's a lot more steps. There's a lot of scenery stuff you add to it, like the grass. I 3D printed the bark of the tree, and I put the other stuff, the little flower beds in. Oh, see that? I took one of the old circuit boards I had, I cut it up and painted, and I threw it in there to make it like look a little. The fence. That was fun too. I made a mess because the one closest to the bottom, that dirt road, I
Yeah.
made that out of sand and glue. And that was when you go to the beach, how you get sand everywhere.
Yeah.
So imagine dropping 3 pounds of sand in your living room like that.
Oh,
So,
man.
yeah. If I had
That
a
is
cat,
so cool, man.
it was getting the little alien guys. Let me see something.
Mhm.
I forgot I have a zoom feature. God forbid if I did that.
Oh,
It's the little,
oh.
yeah. And I'll show you the final one, I think, in a minute. I try to get, yeah. That. And that was, see that guy on the left? Because there was a big part of the story is about the minister,
Okay.
Pastor Huffington, I think his name is. And I actually had to paint him and make him a priest.
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Now it's getting fuller.
And you downloaded a program to load onto your computer to print all of this stuff?
No, I didn't 3D print all this stuff in it. The only thing what you see 3D printed is that fire engine I 3D printed.
Wow.
The bark of the bark of the tree. I 3D printed that. I 3D printed the flying saucer, the aliens, and the fence. The people I had to put them together like the little models, so I had to glue them
Alright.
together, glue them in. You've seen all the stuff. I had to make the terrain. I made all that. Like that was all by hand with the stuff and everything.
Yeah.
So yeah.
It's very impressive, man. It's
Look,
cool.
just so you see, look, in the beginning, this is it, raw form, a piece of foam.
Yeah, that is cool.
Yeah, so and then I'll show you now. Let me see something here. I have the final one would be this one. And I have other, and like I said, I have other pictures. I didn't expect to show them right now, so I'm like panicking to find them. So this isn't the best picture, but that's why I threw the people in. Like figure that, and this was before it was fully done, so this isn't even 100% complete just yet. Because you can still see glue at their feet, and I wouldn't do that. I would make sure that's covered up. But I made it like the nosy people and the guy trying to keep them out and all that.
Are you telling me we got another picture to look forward to?
Yeah.
Oh no! What you're gonna see is gonna be insane. Oh, you know what? When I have this up, so do you have a minute? Can I show you the other thing?
Yeah.
Oh wait, there's a couple of things I want to show you, but this is important. All right. So these are the Michael Strat files. So let me see which one. So my diorama is going to be 3 parts, right? This is going to be 1 part. Okay. See the dragon wagon back here and all that? All right.
Yeah.
This guy right here, I already made one of them. I'll show you when the screen is back to normal later. But this is going to be one of those 12 by 12 pieces that you're just looking at. But then I'm going to have a second one that's going to be this scene. And the third part of the diorama, another 12 by 12, is going to be this.
Ooh.
It's going to be the hanger. And I already printed out a hanger and everything. So
Yeah.
I even printed out the coffins already.
Oh.
So that's what I'm working on now. So that's why I said I opened my mouth instead of just doing one. I did all 3. But here and before, so then I want to show you for tomorrow. All right. So for tomorrow, we seen the James Webb first images, right?
Yeah.
Now, I'm not claiming that what you're going to see now and what I'm going to show you tomorrow are images that they're hiding from us and didn't show us. I'm showing you that when James Webb takes a picture, he doesn't just take a picture of that one thing they're showing us. There's a lot of other stuff you can find within that picture. So here, let me show you. So this looks like a big glob, right? What this is the nebula in Orion. This is called M42. What is Orion? Orion's belt, right?
Yes.
This is from James Webb. All right. Now, here's the even better part. Watch this. This one. This is what I'm going to show you tomorrow. This is what was all in. This is from James Webb. It looks cloudy because I zoomed in, cropped it, and all that stuff. But this is called the Horsehead Nebula. So anybody that's familiar with that stuff and everything, they'll be like, yeah, this is not from Hubble. This is not from the Spitzer and all that. This is from Webb, from the recent pictures. And just to show you something, check this out. Just to prove it, that's James Webb selfie, an unattended selfie. That's its own reflection in the pictures.
Whoa, I never saw that before.
Yeah, nobody has. I just found. That's why I'm saying tomorrow's show is going to be sick when you see what I found.
That's cool, man.
What a good show plan.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Is tomorrow when I was browsing around being nosy, I'm like, wait a minute, that looks like Orion. So I zoomed in and I'm like, holy crap! And then I would see these little parts, and I'm like, what is that? And it's a bunch of reflections of James Webb.
Dude.
And what I like about it is that when I'm showing people tomorrow, as I'm going through it, people can say, oh, well, how do you know that's from the James Webb? Well, here's a reflection, there's another reflection. Like, you'll see. But I'm going to show, it's not like I'm going to hide it from people and say, like, oh, this is all mine. No, I'm going to let everybody understand how they can find all this stuff. And also the data, because there's a lot of people out there that love data. There's going to be data you could download to your heart's content. You'll see tomorrow. So, and let me see if there's anything else. If there's any other, let me see. What is this? This is another one I had to zoom into. And I show, oh, wait, look. Here's another, this is a different selfie of it. That's a separate one. But there's other ones that you actually see the gold in the reflection. And anything else here? No, I only did a few, but this is the Orion, or so it just, like I said, it looks blurry because it's my fault. But you'll see, it's me scanning around, and you have to love, this is probably everybody's desktop wallpaper now, right? The one from the James Webb.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
that's from one of the pictures that they showed the other day. So
I try to do
What?
it. I try to do it for my background here, but it doesn't really look perfect.
Well, all I did was I see, if you see mine on the side is cut off a little because I just right clicked and I said fit. That's it. If you go stretch, you don't want to do that, but I just say fit. So, but this is the Who is this? This is Karina. I think this is Karina's Nebula. That's what this
Yeah.
one is. So we'll have some fun tomorrow, like
That's
that.
so
But
cool, man.
yeah, that's it for now because I don't want to keep showing pictures because I think I'm gonna
Yeah, I was gonna say,
I'm gonna end up opening the wrong folder and go oops, and then once it's on the internet, it's on the internet. So I take the fifth.
we had a buddy do that before. He was he shared his screen and it was just a big box of his driver's license, his address, his driver's license. It was so funny.
Yeah, and once that's there, that's there. You know, it's that's funny. I've done that before though. You know, I even tried not for nothing. Like I don't know why I do it. I lie sometimes and say, oh, it gives me more screen space. I don't like showing my bookmarks. Like even though I have a whole bunch of icons like on the screen, I don't like showing. I don't know why. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. I don't know.
That's
I
fine,
hit
man.
stop sharing. All right.
Yeah, I was getting ready to do it for you.
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, you're fine. You beat me to it. I thought I clicked something. It disappeared when I was clicking.
No, that was me. I just because now I got paranoid. I'm like, wait, I'm still sharing. What?
Yeah, I that's why I noticed it too.
Oh, by the way, you see this? Man, I hope you guys seen. I try to put it, so everybody that gets Stream Deck, right? Like, so they just had this. I got this with the Prime deal was $99.
Whoa.
$99, and check this out. So they use this. They have their own delivery people. They use UPS, whatever, blah blah blah. But there's this company they use called. You know what? I'm not going to say it because I end up getting sued. But there's this delivery service they use that I've told them for like 2 years already. Note my account. You are not to use that when you send something to me because they never deliver on time. Ever. It's always like 2 days late. So it happened again. And I called them and Amazon told me, okay, so when you do get it, you keep it and we're going to refund you everything.
Yeah.
So I got a freebie. Right there.
Right on. And is it hooked up now? Is that just the box, or is it?
Oh no, I have it right here. It's this one right here. Yeah, and I could have bought the other one that they say was a newer version, and some people try and say it's super better because it has a Type C USB cable, and detachable. The reason I got this is it was $99, number one, and
Yeah.
two, it has the adjustable back. I like that
Okay.
because
I
you can
think
lay it
Chad
flat.
had that one, or still does, doesn't he? Spooky, he has that.
Yeah, it looks like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Chad's got a
and-
whole bunch of buttons to push over there in that studio.
Yeah, and I had this one because I had to upgrade. I never thought I was going to be live streaming, so I had the mini.
Okay.
So now I got this. So now I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Maybe I'll donate it. Maybe I'll do a giveaway or something
there
like
you
that.
go.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing your
anything
channel,
to get-
Ron?
Anything to get views, baby.
There you go. Yeah.
How long have you been doing your
Get
channel?
some views doing shows like that. Those pictures are going to be awesome, man.
It's sick. It's like I was like a kid the other night going like, and I spent hours and my eyes were burning. And Spooky, I heard you. I'm sorry.
No.
I started the channel January 18th, 2021.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
a little bit over about a year and a half.
Yeah, but when I started, I was posting once a week. Then there would be weeks I didn't post. I was finding it difficult because there was people I was following, people I knew, and I'm like, there's no UFOs landing every day. What am I going to talk about? Like, and every time I wanted to start talking about a subject, one of the other 800 channels was talking about it. So now I can't talk about it and everything. So I found it real hard. And so then I just started doing my own thing, talking about whatever, rambling about the UFOs and everything. And then there's something I'm passionate about, and it's like doom and gloom, but like the asteroids I talk a lot about because there's a lot going on with those. So I do a lot of updates on that, on the ones that are real close. And like they had one that was supposed to hit us, and then NASA remeasured it. And so I talk about that stuff too, you know. But it's been fun. But I've been wanting to live stream for a while. But you run into that dilemma also, like you guys do your thing, and like I don't like how many. Like that's why I always went like nothing against the guy Lou Elizondo, nothing against him at all. But when everybody was interviewing him, like how many times can you hear the same thing? Like I mean, like he on a podcast every day of the week, and everybody's getting down. I'm like, okay, but there's nothing new like that. So it's hard. It's just, you know what it is. It's a tough space, but as long as you have cool people like you guys and all that, you'll be successful. And be honest. That's all.
Yeah.
Right on.
See this guy? See this little chump?
Print that too. Let me get it up there.
Hold
on.
I painted him up.
Hey Ron, I gotta ask you, man. I gotta ask you.
Oh, he needs to be on a skateboard or surfboard.
Your webcam.
That's the thing, but that's a DSLR in his hand in the left.
Oh man.
Yeah. Ron, what webcam are you using, man? It is so crystal clear.
Yeah, it is. It's nice.
I'm using my Canon DSLR.
Oh, okay.
That's why.
That's
yeah. Dude, it's the clearest one I've seen.
Really? Yeah. No. You know what it is? I have some nice Canon camcorders, but they don't do well in low light, and I would have to like turn on the sun so you can see, and I don't want that. And I have one of those Logitech, the 922s. Mm-hmm. It's okay. It's decent. It's a decent camera, but for me, it's like it's too. I look like Casper. It's just way too much like that with the light. Mm-hmm. I have to, but and I don't see like this. Like you said, it looks clear. I like the clarity.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Oh, good. I'm glad it comes through like that.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
For sure.
Chad, I don't know when he's supposed to show up, Spooky.
I would not be surprised if he's here any minute, because he usually takes about, after getting out of work, usually about an hour after he gets home or gets out.
Yeah, he told me he'd be like probably be home around 11ish or something. I told him I would try to hang out for him or whatever. There's this stuff that I'm learning. I'm trying to learn because I love painting, but I'm learning how to do the detail work. And they have this paint right here, man. Let me tell you something. If any of you guys do models, this is from, who's this from? Vallejo. I'm sorry, I'll put it closer so you can see. Mm-hmm. It's called Vallejo. And there's these little bottles of paint, but it really, really makes it look like rust and chipping on It's just amazing, this paint like that. It's pretty cool. But I suck at it right now. I'm still trying to learn.
It's a technique.
Yeah, because there's certain colors. So like it's like the chipping to make it look like real rust and everything. You have to use a certain color, and then you have to follow that up with another color called light rust. And there's a process and everything. And I get impatient, so it ends up looking like crap. Like I don't know.
Doing that kind of a model. It's smaller than a Hot Wheel. So he's using brushes with just fine hairs, and you got to be using magnifying glass, right? With a light.
I can.
I have that, and I even have this I wear.
There you go. Yeah, it's that hard, man.
Yep, it is, man. The other one I did was a 1/48 scale, so it was still tough, but it was bigger. But this is 1/72, and the reason I'm doing 1/72 because I forgot an important part of this. So Michael Strack, and I only could talk so much about it because it's not my place to make an announcement for his people, but he called me up last week and he had a gentleman get on the phone. He's involved. They're building out west a 30,000 square foot UAP UFO research museum / public visitor center, a giant 30,000 plus square feet. out west, right? And Michael Stratt, a lot of his stuff is going to be on display. A lot of his research, his big famous binders they talk
This
about.
binder, yes. He's got a
Well,
bunch of them.
Well, this person, one of the main investors and people that are building it, just so happened to talk to Michael and seen the diorama and wanted him to contact me. And he asked that the ones that I make, would I put them in their museum like
Whoa.
that?
That's gonna be cool, man. I was gonna ask you if you went to any shows with Michael, if you're gonna bring those so he can use them as kind of like he uses his binders.
Well, he just had me take high resolution images of the first one and send it to him because he just had it in his presentation at the MUFON Symposium in Denver this past weekend. So he just discussed it there because I told him I'll ship it to you, but you keep it because I don't have room for these things. So that's why when this guy called about the museum, I was like, oh, hell yeah. Take them. Like, I'm going to have to build shelves in my house.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the one, the only, Chad Smith.
I've never been brought up like that before. Thank you, Spooky.
What's going on, Chad?
Hey, how's it going, Ron?
I'll be right back.
Good, man. Good, Bob.
Pop
Just,
Lily and Sonny, how's it going, guys?
What's going on, Chad?
I don't have to repeat everything I said, right?
Yeah, we're gonna start over.
Can you start from the beginning? No, I actually did. I was listening to you in the truck when you were talking about your printing, and if you would have sent me a printer that didn't have a heated bed, I probably would have been pissed too.
No. But the thing is, he never did it before, and he was saying he wanted to get into it, and I was on his show the first time, and I, out of nowhere, I don't know why, I just offered. I said, if you want, I'll send you a printer. I have a non-heated bed. You should learn with this first.
Yeah.
And he got it. He did a print. It worked. And then he went to the other one, and now he's just having a problem leveling the bed. That's all it is.
Oh, okay.
That's it.
Yeah, I had right when COVID started, I needed something to do while I was locked down, and I saw that the hospitals were looking for like PPE, personal protective equipment, and they were having a shortage of the like the
shields.
Yeah, the shields that had like transparent. Yeah. And I figured while I'm locked down, that would give me something to do to learn how to 3D print. And
awesome.
And the University of Michigan Health Department, they actually had like a printing department where they were just sending out files, and they're like, here, print this. This is what we're printing. This is what the hospitals are accepting right now. Please print this as many as you can get.
I did that here for NYU. Yeah.
I was going to ask you if you did the same thing. I bought 3 printers. I had 3 Ender 3 Pros running over here at the same time. I had alarm clocks set on my phone so that when one printer would get done running, it would wake me up. I'd start, rip the thing off that and put a new one on. And
that's what I was doing. I was making them. And a matter of fact, I burned out one printer because I just had it going around the clock. I would do it, set it, level it every once in a while. And I was making also because I love animals. I'm like a big time animal lover. And dogs, I was making these things for the pets that it's for, the dogs when they lose the use of their back legs. So I was making there's these plastic parts that all you have to do is add wheels, and it lets them, they can walk now. Like they use their front legs. It's kind of like a back leg wheelchair for them. Like that. Yeah. So I was making those too. So the 3D printers come in really handy, man. They're really helpful.
Awesome. That's the most rewarding thing too.
One of my dogs got hit by a car.
I don't remember that. Yeah.
I used remote control car, front wheels, and axle pin, and little sheet aluminum that I bent around that anvil.
Yeah, Yeah, so that's why it's funny because Steven on the show the other night said he hired a hitman for me because he says he's stressed out because I'm trying to tell him he has a nice printer. I forgot the brand of it, but it's the one that comes with the 400+ millimeter print bed. So it's a nice size bed. but I told him, you're counting too much on the auto leveling. I says, because when it's off, if your Z-axis is off a little bit, you have to manually go in there and fix that. And so he has to learn that. And I was trying to tell him so that's his problem, is learning to having the patience to level that bed. And I told him, experience like us all. I thought when I first got one, I thought you download a file. I thought you buy the filament and hit print and it's going to come out. I didn't know all that's involved with 3D printing.
I didn't either. Luckily, when I was having issues, I posted on University of Michigan's Facebook page. They had a 3D printing page going. I'm like, hey, I need help. This is what I've got going on. And there's a dude that lives right here in town that every time I had an issue, he was like, here's some PLA. Here's a new stepper motor, whatever you need. He had a couple extra motherboards he helped me with. So there's always somebody there helping me out. That's awesome.
That's really helpful when you have somebody like that. And Reddit, although if you go on there for UFOs, you want to pull your hair out. But if you go on there for like 3D printing, there's a lot of forums on there. So helpful, man.
Oh yeah.
I thought I learned so much, and I got to tell you, going on there, like something I'm pulling my hair out for 5 days over, I would type the question in 10 minutes. Somebody will come out and say, "Oh, try this," and I do, and I'm like, "Oh,
very helpful community."
Yep.
Speaking of a helpful community, please put your hands together for Jamie from that one time I was abducted by aliens.
It's not the introduction I wanted. Speaking of car crashes, here's Jamie. How dare you give me a nice introduction? Hi, my Ronla. How are you?
How you doing, Jamie?
I'm doing
good. To meet you.
I'm just here because I felt like there was way too much male energy going on, and I was sick of it.
How was the cruising?
Yeah.
The cruising was wonderful. I had a really good time on the cruise. The problem was when I came home from the cruise, I was sick as shit. Not because of the cruise as much as everyone wants to say, like, oh, it's because you went to Mexico. I go to Mexico all the time. My mom got the flu and then gave me the flu, so I had the flu when I came back.
Oh man, we just found out that Ron 3D printed the ship you were on all the way to Mexico.
Really? The panorama?
No, the ship.
I heard that you are gonna make me some alien butt plugs if I ask.
Whoa.
No, okay, wait. Let me explain that so they know. But yes, I am, Jamie. But so you see, no, I know that.
Is that the first one, Ron, that you put on there?
Wait, let me correct. So good old Andy from Unidentified S4. So this is just a big one. I usually make them maybe a third smaller, a little bit smaller. Andy, when I show these little alien bus, he says, you know, they look like butt plugs, like that.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So that's all he keeps saying, and like, you know,
I've ever made.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
I said it in the chat every time you put him up there. I was like, butt plug, butt plug, butt plug.
Exactly. So I didn't see that. I wasn't looking at the chat.
You should make little alien butt plugs one. I bet you
have
could
a
type
trumpet.
that shit into that little website you were talking about, and there would
Thingiverse?
be 100% an alien butt plug
see.
map.
Hey,
Oh,
Papa
spooky.
Willie carved me this pipe right here.
That's beautiful, Papa Willie.
That is
And
cool.
look, the little ring don't come off. A lot of people like to grab this ring and go, "How'd you get that on there?" I guess
Don't pull it.
Yeah,
It's there to
exactly.
just spin.
Yeah, he made me this nice pipe.
Like a fidget
Then
spinner.
he put a butthole on the end of it that I got.
Well, of
hit.
course, because he knows what you like.
So Papa Willie, that was one piece of wood.
Yes.
Even the ring was all part of the one piece of wood, right?
Yeah,
I
that's
saved,
all
it
one
from,
piece.
I saved it from the fireplace.
That's friggin' awesome.
You
I
must
love
be really
woodworking.
good with your hands.
Uh-oh.
Get
Just
it, Big
smiling.
Papa. Papa, I'm sad that I wasn't in Vegas when you were in Vegas. When you were in Vegas, I was on my cruise, and I
hasn't gone yet.
apologize.
I gotta go back. I gotta go
I'm
back.
here all day, every
Fifth
day. This
through
is
the
just where I
ninth.
live.
The fourth-
It's just
the
where I
fourth
live.
through the ninth.
Of when?
Please don't
September?
make me go out to the
Next
strip,
month?
though. I hate it.
August.
I gotta go to, I don't know, somewhere over there, play pool.
Do it.
Yep,
I
he'll
just
be
want to let
there
everybody
again.
know.
Wait. You play pool?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really?
yes.
I used to play BCI. I won the national championship like in 2016 in one of the levels. Yeah, I played
Wow.
BCA.
Hey,
Yeah,
Ben.
yeah, not in April. In April, but I always played Team 9 ball and all that stuff. Yeah.
I'm having trouble right now. My Predator Q stick.
I use Mez. I have my Mez Qs, but I love Predator.
That's what I happened to acquire in my life. Was that I would never pay. Well,
No, nothing's wrong with Predator. That's a great cube.
I'm not set up to pay that kind of money for something that I do for fun, like that. When I can grab a stick for a lot cheaper. But
I could grab a stick
since
for a lot
I got
cheaper.
that one,
I knew that was coming.
I was waiting for it.
since I got that one, I noticed that there's a big difference. Well, somehow along the way, the ferrule and tip is gone.
Yeah, they could put a new one on. That's easy.
Yeah, I have to
What
send
happens
it
when
back
you use
to
it a lot?
Predator,
The
and
tip
I
falls
got a
off.
tournament to play in.
No, you don't. If don't you have when you could even go to the tournament and they'll have how they have the vendors all around. I guarantee there's guys that have a layout there and they'll throw the ferrule and the tip on for you. Or go to this place. You know where you go? Wait, are you in Vegas?
Me, I am.
Oh, because I know in Henderson, a buddy of mine he owns Griff's. That's a big place like that. And matter of fact, the guy that owns that place is the one that owns the BCA Pool League. And Dave, anyway, you could check any tournament or something. There's always, you don't got to send it to Predator. You don't have to
That's
send it
what
to
I was
them.
told today by the local people. Maybe they just didn't want to send me to competition. I don't know.
There, check it out.
Only unless you broke something, and that's why. Oh, nice.
This is a mutual.
Wow. I love your big black stick.
Holy.
Wow.
That's
Look
the
at that. Look
top
at
shop
that tip.
I'm
Look at that tip.
That'll fix your
Well,
stick.
think about how pool is
The tournament.
pool revolves around sex. Think about it.
Oh, for sure. It's very
Because
sensible.
it is around
Bending
sex.
over, the hitting of the balls, the
No,
stroking of the stick.
yeah, it's you're putting balls in the holes, right? You
Yeah,
got to
100%,
stroke this.
yeah.
The top of the shaft, the stick is called a shaft. The
Where you're,
bottom's
like,
called a
you're
butt.
rubbing
Like
it.
that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 100%. It's super nasty.
And they call it a stroke, right?
Shaft the button, you stroke it.
And they do it in all the movies. It's always like a sexy scene between like the woman and the man, and she's like leaning over the table to like shoot the pool shots. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I show them how to shoot.
It totally
I
is.
always want to learn how to play. I've never even used that.
Chad, we throw on the after hours sign,
Um,
or is
Sure.
it not here?
no, it should be in here. Let me see.
Not the after hours. Can I just? I have
That's right.
something I'm angry about. Can I tell you
What's
guys
that?
about it?
Sure.
I'm upset at Spooky because he's the merch king and he's not wearing a merch shirt tonight, and it saddens me because I was like excited to see like what he was gonna wear, and he's just like
he's got the
Adidas.
Chad Smith panties on.
He didn't even have a Chad Smith shirt on. I was like, not
He's
even
got
Chad Smith.
panties on right now.
Okay, low key, he doesn't want me to tell you guys, but he did order the Chad Smith panties. He 100% did. Not the panties, the
did?
boxers. Spooky. He didn't want me to tell you guys, but you guys know I'm bad at keeping
boy.
secrets.
Spooky Morales.
He is.
ordered
Listen,
panties?
I feel like he's gonna like secretly like do a photo shoot for you, Chad, and send them to you.
Don't leave
boy.
that in the car. It can't.
I'll be ready.
Listen, you guys
I'm
are talking
ready.
about making a calendar.
I will too. I didn't mean to.
Sorry, guys.
Hi, Rin, darling. I
We are
love you.
doing
I
a
miss
community
you.
calendar, right?
That's what I'm
Are we doing
saying.
that are we doing that for
Do it.
Christmas?
We should. I love you,
Holy
Rin.
smokes, Connor. I saw a dude kill a guy with a pool stick, stabbed it right through the dude's eye socket, and it hit his brain. Oh,
I was
That's
just gonna
really
respond.
sad.
I seen something very similar to that too. That's
Damn,
crazy.
okay, it's like a weapon.
I tried to kill him.
That's what happens when you take their money. They get mad.
Yeah, that's
did
what
it,
happens
man.
when you gamble and you don't have money to pay.
Yeah, I don't play for money unless it's like a structured deal.
Okay, but okay, you went with the Toddy Wabba hoodie. All right, it's a nice one. I love it. It's a classic.
there you
I have
go.
great design skills.
I
don't
just
have any
realized too that I need to slow way down on the merch. It took me forever to find this one. I went through like 20 hoodies.
I was just about to say, I was like, Spooky is literally the number 1 contributor of our goddamn merch store. Every time I drop something new, he's like, oh my God, I have to have it.
He even buys me stuff and sends it to me.
It's ridiculous. I'm like, oh my God.
Ooh, Sonny's got to get the one though of the boys T-shirt with all 3 of us.
Yep.
Yeah, that one's cool, Jamie.
Love it. Oh, listen, and Poshki, is that how you say it? Poski?
Posky.
Poski. Me and him are collaborating on something, so you should see.
Yeah, Rodney, he messaged me today and said that he had an idea for merch and he wanted to know how to contact Jamie. I'm like, oh boy.
UFO ho, I'm
It's a
here.
dangerous combo.
He's
Yeah.
like, UFO ho, Jamie. I'm like, uh-huh.
Man, if you could
Just
put
me.
Bosky on taking secret pictures at work to make merch out of the.
So I
Jake
did
and
kind of,
Chadwick,
I did kind of allude to him. I was like, look, in order for this to work, I need more pictures of the boys.
Oh,
So he was
Lord.
like, I'm on it, and I was like, all right.
We'll call the boys' toy shirt.
I hope that he gets
Chad on there
awkward
with
ones
butt
of Chad at work with weird faces, because that would work the best. You know, just Chad like,
Thank God we're not on the same shift, but I am going to be, when I'm walking to work, I'll be looking for him now.
maybe he's going to
Jeanette?
employ other people to take pictures of you
What's up, Jeanette?
who are on your shift.
As long as he just gets funny pictures of Jake, I'm cool with that. But
Oh my God,
when he
I
starts,
love Jake. Where's Jake?
Jake Smith, he's sleeping. He's got to work in the morning. I think he has to work at 4 in the morning.
What
actually.
is with all of you guys? Why can't you just be on the same shift? I don't get it.
He's on day shift training, but when he gets done with his training, he will be on my shift. And
Okay,
then-
good. I'm sick of the
then
shit.
we're gonna
I'm
have to
sick of
move
it.
the studio around because he's going to be in here all the time.
He's gonna be like Big Papa in the back.
That's right. We'll get out of work, come right here, have some cheeseburgers, and hang
Wendy's.
out on Top Shop.
Wendy's.
Oh yeah, you got to get what? Yeah,
Yeah,
got to
yeah,
get yourself
Wendy's.
some Wendy's.
Yeah, I just had chicken nuggets before I came here. Little Mickey D's.
Spicy ones.
No, just regular. I'm a white person.
What? Oh, okay. What'd you dip them in?
I dipped them in the sweet and sour. Yeah, I like the sweet and sour.
Spooky. I loaded the new
He's
song into
laughing.
the board.
That was a good one. Listen, I'll give you one more spooky for you. Every time I go to Taco Bell, I say the same shit. They're always like, "Do you want sauce?" Because they say it too early now because of COVID, right? And I'll be like, "No, I am a white person." And they always like pause, like, "What did this person in the drive-thru just say to me?" But I say it every fucking time and do not care.
Just say?
Wow.
Some people like laugh, and then like sometimes I've gotten like free taco coupons. They were like, "You made my day," and then some people just look at me like I'm fucking weird. Some people like don't. It like doesn't even fucking phase them. It's like it's completely normal. It's a different experience every time I do it.
So that's
Yes,
eating
Janet.
Wendy's right now.
Okay, go ahead. I'll be quiet now.
Spicy ones. Oh, this is perfect. Yeah, check out this, Spooky. I got this sent to me today, so I loaded it into the Roadcaster.
Oh, this is some Ben and Joe shit.
Oh, hell
yeah.
UFO Garage.
Yeah.
Ben from UFO Garage.
I feel like what this song needs, though, when they're right before they're coming on, is the sound of a garage door opening.
Oh, a garage door opening. That's a good idea.
Right, like right before, like as it comes, you know what I'm saying? Before they come on, it's the sound of that garage door coming up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
Oh, that's what's up.
You know, and there they are. It reveals them.
Garage.
Sometimes I
Something-
smoke weed and I have good ideas.
Something kind of odd about
I
that.
always smoke weed, and sometimes I have good ideas.
I always
Yeah.
have good ideas. I always smoke weed.
Low key, I'm kind of a marketing genius, but don't tell
Let's see if I
anyone.
can have one right now.
Oh, I already know.
Please don't tell people because then people will want me to help them. I have enough on my plate.
Yeah,
Yes, Ben,
you
isn't
know.
that badass? That's what I'm saying. And like the garage door opens up, and then there you guys are. Really play into the garage part of it. She
Ron's
gets like
like, what did I
soundboard of
sign up for?
maybe like some fucking garage sounds. You know what I mean? Like some fucking wrenches going off or whatever. Some
Ron, what is the UFO and the alien back there behind you? That looks pretty damn cool.
I
Are
love
they
them.
just little neon lights?
Oh yeah, that one is supposed to be Saturn, the one that's behind my head,
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
and the other one, yeah, yes.
I couldn't see the bottom of Saturn, and it looks like a UFO from here. That's what I was thought I was
Ron, your
seeing.
space looks like a love shack, like in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Ron,
Like little candle lit, little twinkle lights, some neons.
Yeah.
It's very
Now,
genuinely looks very romantic.
yeah. Now I just need the other half to come here and join me.
Where's the other half?
Huh? She
Where's the
no
other
love.
half?
She no love me no more.
what? What do you mean?
Oh no, I'm single now.
Oh, living that single life. All right. So listen, that's why you have the sexy palace, because you're luring them in. You're like, look at my sexy palace here. You could have alien UFO neon lights and a string of Christmas lights.
And one
What
could
woman
say,
would say no to
"Send them
that?"
away.
No, I was like, what woman would say no to that? It's beautiful.
Well, see, that's the plan. That's the woman I'm looking for. Anyone that gets scared of this and runs, she's not for me. That's
You know
it.
what I'm saying? It's a whole vibe. I'm digging it. You're gonna find the right one with it.
Yeah, well, I hope so.
Yeah, 100%.
We'll see. And I just
Listen.
got to hide all the butt plugs. That's it.
100%. But listen, the internet, especially now with how big and wild and weird UFO is inside of like mainstream, as we would call it, you never know the weird ladies who might be into your shit. You know what I'm saying? You might get a fan or two up there, and then
He
you
needs to
can
go to a
get
UFO
up a
convention
fan.
to find her.
Oh my God, please, let's go to UFO cons. I'm so in.
Yeah.
Let's do it. It's a vibe.
That's the thing. You got to hang
Or
out
come to
with
Vegas.
people.
Let's go. We'll party.
When is the next one?
Zero idea because I genuinely don't pay attention to them
There's-
anymore since COVID happened. I like am 100% out of the loop.
There's the Michigan Bigfoot conference is July 30th. If you want to hang out over here.
Who doesn't
Big
want
Willie-
to find a
going?
lady at the Michigan
going,
Bigfoot
Chad?
conference?
Yes, me and Big Willie are actually going to go together.
Like you got tickets?
Oh, I mean, I think it's a pretty cash. It's pretty cash. I don't think there's.
Oh,
tickets.
it's not like
You can
a
show up.
okay.
It's
Okay,
like the whole
I got
town
you.
is like Bigfoot.
Oh, okay, I get you. Okay, it's like a Bigfoot festival.
Yeah.
Okay, I get you. I
Let's
get
see if
you.
I can
Big
get
Willie's
Big-
gonna fit in there.
Oh yeah. He wants to see if we can grab some people to do some interviews, and I'm
Where's
like,
Big Willie?
well, I don't know if
There
I
he
can do
is.
that.
Why isn't he on
He
the
got his
show?
liquor out.
He's on date night tonight. Date night. Oh, yeah.
Is Big Willie taking his lady out in this?
He got
Yes,
man.
100%. Can I just say, question? Where did you get that face
He's
of
in there.
Big
She's under
Willie?
the beard.
Because I'm
Big
like
red, big red,
like-
little red.
almost 100% sure that I made that. And that's what's on all of my like weird merch where he's on butts because I
Yeah.
use this weird filter to turn on that color.
You sent me that.
So every time I see it, I'm like, wait, did I make that? And I don't know if I did or not.
Yeah, you sent me that.
I love
I'm
it. It's
pretty
a vibe.
sure. We had him on one night, and you were just sending me sending me pictures.
Did I send you a lot? Yeah, sometimes I'm very inspired by this show artistically. And at least I think once a show at this point, when I'm in the chat, I end up making something and sending it to you and being like, show everyone this right now.
I'm
Look
totally
what I
cool with
made.
that. I love it.
And I make you like weird overlays and weird t-shirts. I'm not
Usually
gonna lie, my
the
favorite
laughing.
one of all so far that I've made is the one of Sunny blowing up the Guidestones. I think it's
That
just the
was
most
good.
funny topical meme I've ever made in my life.
Yeah. I
Like
really
one
like that.
person, I think it was like Brassel said it in the chat, and I just was like, this needs to be a conspiracy theory, and I just jumped on it. I was like, I love this so fucking much. The timing makes sense. He doesn't have his
timing is-
phone
yeah,
with
that's
him.
fun. The
I was
timing's
like,
perfect.
everything. It was
Ron,
great.
I just noticed the time. Chad told me I had you for an hour, and I've had you for an hour and a half. Is that, too long?
No.
also-
Honestly, I wanted to hang back to at least wait for Chad to get here because when he said he was working and all that. But it's funny you say that. I was gonna like try to sneak in a few minutes and say like, "Hey, I'm gonna go," but I was
Late where you
enjoying.
are.
Well, Ron, thank you
It's,
so
no,
much.
it's only
Mr.
11:30. Yeah.
Well, that's not bad.
All right, yeah, because we also have an after party that you're more than welcome to stay and be a part of, man. It's really
This is
fun.
like 8 hours long, just
a
so
lot
you know.
different than
Ron.
live. It's a lot different than being live.
No, we can wrap it up in 2 minutes with the hour and a half mark if you like.
No. Well,
and then all the shirts come off.
We can't do that to
All
the
the shirts come off.
We can't. We got to give them there at least 2 hours.
Gotta give me
guys.
2 hours.
Me and Spooky have something in common. We both aren't wearing anything under our sweaters.
Jeez.
Hey, what's up,
Hey.
Chris?
Hey, Chris, how's it going?
Mom!
Great to see you.
Hi, Mom.
my goodness.
So, Ron, what kind of camera are you using? Because out of everyone here,
We
you
already
look the
went
most
over this,
professional.
Chad.
You spilled a ball.
It's funny. I think Spooky said that before. I have
Scooping into the paper towels.
Huh?
which one do I have there? I have
Canon DSLR.
I have two of them, but I think the one that's up here is an SL3. It's just one of those smaller DSLRs, but I like it because it like records in 4K. It's a decent little camera, you know what I mean?
It looks great.
Yeah, I like it. And you know what I like about with the Canon like if you don't have a capture card, because I like using the Blackmagic design, the deck links and all that. That's what I use in mine. But if you don't have a capture card, Canon now has the software called EOS Utility that you can just turn your DSLR into a webcam with the USB cable. Yeah,
Never powers
so-
down.
No, it looks exactly like this. That's the insane part. Because it's not even like USB 3.0. It's the older one.
Mhm.
And it's crystal clear. Crystal clear as well. But
Yeah, I might have to do something because I'm still using this Logitech $60 camera.
well, the thing is with it, if you go with a DSLR, or you'll be able to mess with your backgrounds a little more, get the bokeh. Like you see, if you look back here, and that's because I think this is a 24 millimeter lens, but like you could really make it look, I don't know, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
But I like using it. Once I found out that I can use it, like that's it. Because I was using a camcorder, but I used to have to turn the sun on just to light me up. So
Same thing with Ben when he comes in here from UFO Garage. I think he uses a DSLR Canon as well, so you can tell his camera is a lot better.
Oh, it feels good.
You guys are on the next level of professionalism.
yeah, no, it's
Listen, some of us are poor and just can't afford things, and that's okay.
Hey, that's okay too, you know.
That's what I'm saying. It's all right. And if you want, please donate to this channel so that they can afford nice things and not be poor.
There you go.
I feel like we should play like a sad commercial now where it's the guys like crying on the streets, like begging for money, and then it plays like yeah, exactly, all the places you could donate.
Please donate. We're poor and don't want to be anymore. So thank you, Jamie, for
There we go. Beautiful.
that wonderful commercial.
Always.
All your donations will definitely go to help the poor.
Oh yeah.
Thank you, Enzo. I know I'm very attractive. It's hard to make me look bad.
All right, let me ask you a question now, because this is why I was confused. So I'm usually confused, but what show am I? I thought it was a Chad Smith show. What show am I on right now?
Oh, you're on Paranormal Chop Shop.
Paranormal Top Shop.
Thank you for telling me that. I was like this. So while you were talking, I'm going like, what the hell is the show? Like that. And I'm looking like that in front.
I just stole this intro for our show today.
Gotcha.
I like that one.
Gotcha. No, it's no problem at all. I just didn't know where I
Sorry
was.
about that. I forgot. I guess I forgot to tell you exactly what the hell is
Yeah,
going
little things. That's all right.
show
Yeah.
up.
We've got 2 shows. Chop Shop's Friday only, and then
Once,
Chad's podcast.
here's the thing.
But
Once
it
you
is
get in,
it is
once
Chad's
you-
show, though, Ron. It's just a different
one.
No,
nighttime show.
And once
Yeah.
you get
Okay.
in with the crew and the circle, you start to understand like the normal shows. The Friday night is Chop Shop. Tuesdays and Thursday mornings are Chad shows. Spooky is on both of them. Sunny is sometimes on both of them. Like you'll start to see
Gotcha.
the pattern and the recognition between
Sometimes
everyone.
I gotta take
Oracles and
vacations
Beyonds have
and
a
blow shit
show.
up.
Yeah, you
Jamie.
do exactly. I know. I have the proof. I saw it. I know. Kashi Chris has a really good show this weekend. Everybody out
Kashi
there.
Chris? Is it on Mindforked?
Yeah, Mind Forked. Yeah, it's on Sunday.
Yeah, she has good stuff going on over there. I like her.
On Sunday, she's going to be with Paul Hynek.
Yep, Paul Hynek.
Lovely. That's some good stuff. I
And
want to.
Tuesday- Spooky.
What's that?
Tuesday, we're going to be interviewing and hanging out with Carl the Crusher.
Everybody must
Nice.
see Chad Smith podcast on Tuesday. If you don't see it, I feel so
Oh,
sorry
it's
for you.
tomorrow.
Tuesday.
Our man Carl the Crusher, also known as Carl Vibe.
Mom's
Carl
tomorrow,
Vibe.
guys, not Sunday. I was wrong. Oh my God, Ben, I thought about that for like April Fool's Day or something next year. I thought that would be really funny if we all just switched our shows on the channels and just did it as each other and not say a word. Like that's the whole gag is we did the entire show. Like me and Bree could do Ben and Joe's show because we're both B's and J's. And like they could do like a butt stuff
Oh
episode
my
with
God,
something.
no, you did not just say that.
Holy
Yeah.
hell, we got another
JD's a
guest.
gentleman.
Jason Lemon.
And then, like I said, the whole thing you just don't. And then, like me and Bree come in, like, "Oh my God, Big Willie, save me!" I'm just asking where you were.
Did you bring your bits?
Oh yeah, they're always there.
You must
I heard
report
you're
how
on
was date
night,
night.
so your
We need
bits
to
were
know.
probably used.
I wish. We're both so tired. We're kid free.
You're
We
like,
took
I
a
have
nap.
500 fucking children. You know what I did?
Yeah.
I slept.
Yeah, it was a good night though. We definitely needed the night out for sure. It's really been
Ben,
like,
come in here. Don't
a
just
year.
sit in the chat.
Oh, getting called out.
I was coming in here to actually I don't know what this is. This is an old YouTube. It was playing back, so I thought you guys had Roach on here and Enzo, and I was like watching it back, and I'm like, well, the trucker Jamie's up in here chatting, and then all of a sudden I seen it on here, and I was like, what's going on? And this is an old playback from a little while ago.
Even
That's what's
better.
going on.
Even better, Ben. I think all shows should be topless.
Well, top
Ben, you
and
know.
me, Ben and me and Joe and Bree did the very first topless UFO show together, and it was
Facts.
honestly a revolution on YouTube.
Is that the one that they made a stink out of, the old Karens and all that?
Probably, in all honesty, if I had to guess. Twitter, I'm gonna say right now, Twitter fucking hates me. Twitter fucking hates me. So probably anything
UFO
I do on Twitter, it
Karens.
hates me.
Yeah, it was the old Karens. They were like,
No, honestly, and it
they
wasn't
said
Karens,
they
it was the
had pitchfork
Lindas.
drinking and women showing their boobs and all this
Yes,
kind of
yes.
shit. And I
What
was
a bunch of
Grumpy.
grumpy
Yes.
old men.
That's us.
Oh,
They talk
I mean,
about us all the
grumpy old
time. They say that. So part of the thing on Twitter they say all the time is that we're naked and we drink and we swear and we curse and stuff. And what's funny about it is we really don't do much of those things. But they just never watch the show and they just assume things. But yeah, no, people talk about us like that on Twitter all the time, and they probably talked about that episode like it. Probably.
They did that and that. What's her name? It was with Alien Girl and Kelly.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they used to shit on them all the fucking time because of like if they wore like a low cut top or something or they drank 100%.
Yeah, I unfollowed a couple of those Karens when I didn't like that. So I
No,
didn't
no,
want to
they're,
bother with
we
them.
don't call them Karens here. We call them Lindas.
Linda's.
Yeah, Lindas.
Oh, yeah.
You know what's funny? One of the main women that was doing that's her name.
I know that's why we call her Lindas.
Oh boy, I knew it.
Always
I knew
looking
it.
for a Linda around here. You guys
That's
have Linda?
well, there you go. LT, right?
I was not looking for Linda.
Nightmare of a.
Yeah, I just
woman.
couldn't take it no more.
Literally, when she started shitting on us and like tried to start like a whole like fight with us, and I got so many DMs of people talking about how horrible she was that I just like died laughing. I was like, I can't believe so many random people are reaching out to me, telling me how much of a vile, awful old woman she is, and I was just like, I'm gonna ignore the living shit out of this horrible, awful woman.
Yeah, I just don't have time for that. I don't have time for that shit.
Nobody does.
Enzo says, I've been in the middle of that fiasco.
Yeah.
Look at that profile picture. Want to share some of that, buddy?
Yeah, man, that was
I hear, do you hear an echo? I hear an echo. Is that
A little
me?
bit, yeah. I don't know, but I hear it
I
too.
don't-
If you guys donate $1 right now, Chad will play the Linda song again.
Looking for Linda.
That's sweet.
Was that me? Am I acting?
We'll have to split it with Lee.
You will, but you should. You should make them pay for the sweet, sweet song.
I
if they
still
want them
hear
so
it a
bad.
very little bit, but I made sure I shut down anything I had open.
I don't think it's you. I think honestly it's Big Willie because it happened when he showed up. You have YouTube on.
He's
Wait,
muted.
talk.
right now.
Talk. Talk.
Somebody.
Yeah,
Probably
it's
has
you.
a,
Yeah, it's
probably
you.
has an extra browser open.
Yeah, if you get
I'm on a separate tablet, but if it's coming in from me, it might be my audio if
Hold
it's
on,
too
let's
loud.
see.
Might be somebody was playing with their microphones and switching them all around the other night.
Yeah, my
It
little
could
man
be.
was down here.
Could be me. I'm using a new board. Could be.
I'll mute myself right now. You guys check it out. I'll mute it and see if it comes up.
I'm gonna mute myself.
I
too.
can,
What
I'm
do you
not
think?
hearing nothing.
Do I hear an echo right now?
We can't do it at the same time, Chad.
I don't hear an echo when you guys were not there. It wasn't Spooky, even though Spooky just like literally suicided himself off the stream.
He did.
It was a French exit.
Gone.
Goodbye.
Well, I don't know who that is, but
I don't hear it though right now.
yeah, I don't hear it either.
Perfect.
Cool.
There's so many amazing people in the
Ooh,
chat right now. What's up, everybody?
Hi,
Everybody
chat.
is
Hi,
here.
Melissa. Hi, Janet. Hi, Mom. Hi, Enzo. Hi, Cassie.
Enzo, I'm muted and I don't hear anything.
Yeah, Enzo's muted.
How come Enzo's not here?
Hey, Son Saver, how's it going, man? Big Willie, good to see you. What up,
Just so you guys know, Bree's not coming tonight. She's on vacation.
Lies.
She's going to like some vineyard or something. I don't know. I didn't pay attention.
She's just
To be
making
honest
stuff
with
up
you.
at this point.
But she's vlogging it, so don't worry. Because we're doing our new weekend vlogs.
She's just upset because we always put her on Omegle.
She loves it so much. Can I tell you guys a secret where I'm going for my weekend vlog? I'm going to Area 51.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like I'm physically going to drive my vehicle to Area 51 to Rachel,
And
Nevada.
How far is that for you?
I think like maybe 2 hours. I haven't 100% looked it up.
Oh,
I'm going to go next weekend and I'm just going to jump in my car. I have zero plan.
Make sure you have gas,
Well, no shit.
because they don't have gas stations out there.
Right.
Gas is so expensive, let me tell you. Donate now to the Chad Smith podcast. Gas is expensive.
How much is it? Like I don't know where everybody's from. Here in New York, excuse me. The highest I seen it was $6.40 or something like that.
It's like $5.75 here.
Really? Still?
Yeah.
Wow.
Really? I think we're coming in at like $4.60.
But here's the thing: sometimes I can get work to pay for my gas. So sometimes
Oh,
the
I'm
stupid
moving out there.
drivers leave things at the office when they go to like the job sites. And then work will be like, will you go drop this off with them, Jamie? And I'll be like, if you fill my car up with gas, because it always doesn't have gas in it. So then I take their gas card and I get like $80 worth of gas for driving 10 miles.
Well, see, that's all you had to say. Now I'm ready to move out to Vegas.
Right,
Get
scamming
fuel.
my gas.
They said there was a place in California, a county or something, that it was like $10 or $12 a gallon in one little. That's insane.
Maybe if it was like in the middle of nowhere and there was only one gas station and it was
That's
up a
the
really
bougie
giant
gas.
hill and only a helicopter could deliver it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the
I can
only
see
reason it would
being
make
that
sense.
price in Baker.
In Baker? Oh, well, Baker's expensive because it's the stop when you're driving. It's the gas point. So like everyone fucking
Yeah, but
pays
it's
for gas
way
at the
high
asshole
compared
there.
to when you before you get into that big stretch of nothing.
Oh no,
before
I
you
know. I know. I just recently drove that shit and had to buy gas.
Ooh. Ooh.
I know. Luckily, we stopped right before. We stopped like right after we got out of LA, right before we drove into the valley.
Jamie, what would be your dream sports car?
My dream sports car would be a convertible Volkswagen Rabbit in white.
Didn't expect you to say that.
I really like
That's not a sports car.
That's my version of a sports car. I really like boxy. I really like boxy cars. My other dream car is like a mint condition like Bronco, like maybe like a 1988, 89
Okay, now you're getting
maroon.
60 what?
She said 88 or 89.
What'd you say? 60 what?
No, 88 or 69. I mean 89.
That's not classics to us.
And that's to me. I didn't say classic. I just said like great condition, like mint.
vintage.
Oh,
A nice vintage
Yeah.
89 Bronco.
You know that's the OJ Bronco, right?
100%. Yes, I used to have one.
Okay.
Her name was Ruby.
What
and
color?
She,
It was
her,
red?
she was maroon, and she's maroon and white, and she had like maroon seats on the inside, and she had a gas gauge that didn't work, so I had to manually keep track of how many miles I drove. I got like 13 miles to the gallon, and I'd have to like fill up how many gallons I had, calculate it, and like keep track when I drove. I'd have to like press the thing.
Mm-hmm.
I love that motherfucker, but I had to sell her eventually because I didn't know how to take care of her properly because it is difficult to be a mechanic, and I'm not that smart.
So I had like a 94, I think it was, a red one. And me
Not as
and Jake-
boxy.
Me and Jake Smith were driving down, I think it was 94 westbound, heading out of Detroit, coming back home. All of a sudden, the whole windshield started filling up with oil. And I'm like, well, that's not normal. I had to turn my windshield wipers on, and all it was like a milky oil on my windshield. So I call my
Weird.
dad, and I'm like, hey, this thing's not running good, and there's like a milky oil all over the windshield. And he's like, yeah, you just blew the engine.
Oh no!
Get her home as fast as hard as you can get her.
Oh no!
You gotta drive it as hard as you can drive it. Cause
Did you make it home?
yeah, I had to floor it, keep it right to the floor the whole time.
Shit. I had one time I had a car and it was just like an old like junker. For a long time I used to just buy like $500 cars and drive them until they literally blew up. And one time I was driving home and I was on the street that was like right before my street until I turned right to where my house was, and my car broke down like 20 fucking meters from me turning into like basically my driveway, and like the engine literally blew up, and I was like, that was fun.
Oh yeah, that always is
So fun.
Yeah, but I like your technique though of just buying $500 cars and going through them like toilet paper.
Yeah, that was my exactly. That was like my, and then I just sell them back to the junkyard for like $100, and I'd use that towards the new car or whatever.
See? Perfect.
Absolutely,
Mhm.
it worked great. I didn't have a car payment. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the thing.
Hey.
Even if it gets you a couple months, it's cheaper
I don't
than paying
know.
a
I was trying to think of like a measurement, and I couldn't fucking think of one.
Hey, Chad,
Yes, sir.
I gotta take off. Okay.
All right, man. Well, it's
Oh, everybody.
hanging out
Thanks
with
for
us.
getting, Ron. Thanks for getting, man.
You're amazing.
You got it. But one thing is, before I do go, because you got me thinking, you all talk about cars. I'm looking. My dream car is a 7442, the Oldsmobile, and they're selling one. They're selling one with 46,000 miles, but they want 200 grand for it.
I
Dang.
have a '69 Buick Electra,
Really?
Ooh.
and I was thinking
Mint.
about selling. It's only got 75,000 miles on it originally.
Ron, thank you so much, man. I got to check out just for 1 minute, but thank you so much, brother.
You got
Nice
it. Take
meeting
care,
you, man.
everybody.
Chad, I'll be right back.
All right,
Thank you
man.
again.
All right. What do I got to do
Thanks,
here?
Ron. Boom.
What do I
Four,
gotta do here?
5.
Bam. Hi.
Throw him out the door. 3, 2, 1, tuck and
I better
roll.
let him get him out of here before I sell him that car. It's close to what he's looking
Right?
for.
Yeah, dude, you gotta hold on to that until I can come out and drive it at least.
Can't believe you didn't expect me to like a convertible rabbit, or do you know what a convertible rabbit is? Have you ever seen it? It literally looks like a
Real
rectangle
short,
with
right?
wheels.
Do you know what a convertible rabbit looks like, Sonny?
It's like a rectangle. It's like a long,
could have at least
flat
said turbo.
rectangle.
You could
It's
at
like,
least throw
it's,
a turbo.
it's like a little turtle. Yeah, 100%.
No, turbo, not
Turbo.
turtle.
Oh, I was like, it does look like a little turtle, but I want a white
They
one.
came with a turbo. They were actually kind of fast.
I thought they were kind of a vibe. If you look at them, it's like what
Hey,
all like the people
that's
like
the
in the
car-
80s and stuff had like the hair and they hung out in. It was
That's
like
the
it was
car
the people's
that,
car.
That's the car that the kid lost in the first Fast and Furious.
Is
Where,
it?
yeah, where Dom was all pissed off and he's beating that guy up, going, "I never knocked out nobody."
I've never seen any of them.
Yeah, either.
Everybody put in the
I've never
chat,
watched
what's
any
your
of those.
favorite car? What's your dream car? If you could have any car you want right now, classic, brand new,
1968 Shelby Mustang.
a 68 Shelby Mustang. Good choice. I like
Well, Peppa wants a orange one.
that. 72 green.
Mm.
I know what he means. He said orange.
Brown.
Orange.
Hmm.
I'd have to think about it. I've always liked Chevelles. 69 Chevelle. But I drive a Ford now.
You know,
so I should
Peppa,
probably-
if you
Ford
like
for
that
life.
car, you need to look up the 67 Shelby version, the 67 Shelby Fastback Mustang. That'll be your new dream car if you look that one up.
There's a 69.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Chad,
Sale.
you drive a big truck, right?
Yes,
Not too
ma'am.
far from here
Okay,
that I'd
and
like
Willie,
to
what do you
have.
drive? A big truck?
Mitsubishi Mirage 2016.
Like a SUV?
No, it's
What is
Chad
that?
has
I
a
don't know what that
picture
is.
of it.
That's Eleanor.
I'll find it in a
literally
second.
looks like this, Jamie.
That's it,
Okay,
pretty much
gotcha.
right
So
there.
okay, I got you.
I wish I had
Alright,
tires
that's
that
okay.
big. I wish.
And Sonny, what do you drive?
I have a
She's
2000.
like, I have 484 cars. What's like
I
your
have a
daily
2004
driver?
Oh, my daily driver. They're
Yeah, so
all
what's like-
whatever's closest.
Whoa.
Deanna and I, we have a 2004 Chevy extended cab, lifted, 4-wheel drive, and a 2001 or 2001.
What does your hot wife drive every day?
She drives her CRV, and she also has a company car.
What about a government fucking vehicle? So it's probably like a fucking Buick. What about you, Papa? What's your driver?
I think it's a old. What year is that? 02? Jeep Grand Cherokee.
Ooh, okay, that's a vibe. That's a vibe. I love a Jeep. I love Jeeps, Subarus, Fords. I do a Ford Escape.
Escape? You have a
For me,
Ford?
on the Bronco, I like the 69 a lot better than the 89.
I know, but 89 sentimental to me because it's like also the year I was born. So it's like.
God, you're
to me.
old.
I
In
know.
the 80s?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born in '89 too. You better just.
When's your birthday, Chad?
May 5th, Cinco de Mayo.
Stop it. You have the same birthday as my dog?
Really? May 5th?
Yes. He was born on Cinco de Mayo. She's Spanish. I always have a taco-themed birthday party for her.
Hey, when I get out there, you need to take me to a decent smoke shop because I went to a smoke shop when I was in Vegas. That was
What was
fun.
it called?
I don't know. It was
that's
some
got
alley
302 in it.
The place I go to is called
They
The
only
Dispensary.
promoted their only kind of stuff, and I wanted
That
to.
is a very beautiful one. I do, but my problem is I like them much more boxy than that, and the late
More
80s
boxy?
versions are much more square.
That one looks like milk came in it. What you mean more boxy?
It's not. It's too rounded in the front for
It
me.
looks like milk came in it, he says.
Give me an 89. Give me an 89 maroon. Give me an 89 maroon.
Oh, for
Pull up
God's sake.
OJ's Broncos so you guys can see what
89
she's talking
maroon, huh?
Yeah, 89 maroon. Have you guys seen the new
Hey.
Broncos?
about. The 69
Yes, I like
Buick, the
I like 'em
69
too.
Buick that we drive. We don't
Yeah.
really drive that one. We go to car shows.
I
and
can't
stuff
wait
like
till
that.
they get old and people
They-
start doing stuff
if-
to them.
If you look them up, if you look up Sir Mix-a-Lot, the Hoopty song, that's the car that's in the video even back then.
Amy, are you
Look
serious?
at that.
man?
No, that is
Yes.
a Bronco too. She means a real Bronco.
But I'm not gonna lie, that's beautiful. I love that.
No,
Look
it is
how
not.
fucking stunning.
Oh my God.
Stop it.
That car
Deep
looks
in the
so-
heart of my soul, you guys need to understand
I
that like I
wouldn't
grew
drive
up like
that
on a
truck to a
farm, like on a
cockfight
little
in
bit
Dinuba.
country, and I'm not
You know how many
like,
babies that vehicle's made right
me-
there?
I
Exactly.
just
Me
Whatever,
and
dude,
Bree
was
are
driving that,
so
never got
opposite
laid.
because she likes the very fancy, nice things in life, and I like dirty, gross things like Broncos and rocks.
Trying to
Dirty,
find
I
my
dirty
have
rocks.
to say, when I was in Las Vegas, I went to a motorcycle shop thinking I was going to buy a pair of shoes. They don't have very many size 14s in the whole town of Las Vegas.
We do
I
at the
found
stripper
one
stores.
pair. I found one pair.
Mhm.
Actually, I found two pair, but one pair was like pink and purple, and I didn't think that matched my belt.
Your vibe, yeah.
So, and it came in that Bronco, I think.
Ah, I think that you were just trying to tell us that you have really big feet.
Does got big ass feet.
Oh, Brent, I'm going to show the new ones in a second, but I wanted to show Jamie what this is the one that I had that blew up on the highway.
Let's see. Oh, very beautiful.
man, that's
what
yeah,
Yeah,
very nice.
That was actually nice.
they're
Chad.
nice.
Yeah, I was sad when it blew up.
Oh,
Why did
Bronco
you, that's
lover.
why you got rid of it. You don't
Oh,
just
man.
get rid of them if they blow up.
Chad,
Oh,
me and you
dude.
are very similar.
I usually just like when I was younger
old
and I was
souls.
getting cars is usually whatever I could steal out of my dad's driveway at the time.
Oh,
Mm.
look, dad's
One
truck.
time he was out of town for a funeral. I shouldn't have taken advantage of that situation, but
Oh, that's right.
drove
Ray
over
likes
there.
Broncos too.
I drove over there in a white Jeep and I left in a blue half-ton Ford or a blue half-ton Chevy truck.
You're
I
just
pulled in
like,
the
this is
driveway
mine
and
now,
like-
thank you.
Man, I really like that truck. Dad's not here right now. And it's always easier to ask for forgiveness than permission.
100%.
Went in the house, found the title, put my name on it, left my Jeep there, cleaned everything out of the Jeep, put everything in the truck, went to the Secretary of State, put the truck in my name.
No, you didn't.
I swear. And now that I'm older and I'm thinking about this, I'm like, wow,
That's
that was
so
a dick
fucked
move.
up.
Hey, my dad would have said,
Killed me.
Mhm.
my dad would have said, go stand out in the street while I start the car. He would have ran me the fuck over and
He
took
would
me
have beat
out.
the
dude.
shit, yeah.
No, he
At
killed
first, I get from what I hear. At first, he was super pissed when he got home. He's like, "Where's my truck?"
Actually, in real life,
Did
my
you
dad
give it
would have
back?
said, Mick, you better deal with him.
Yeah.
Oh, he fell in love with that. He was driving that Jeep all over the place, though. He was kind of mad, but then he started driving the Jeep, and he was like, "Okay, I like the Jeep."
I didn't start driving until I was 19 years old.
Yeah, I was driving since the day I turned 16. I'm like, I gotta get out.
That Bronco had a 351 in it, huh, Chad? That one
Danny
doesn't have a
Wolf?
302.
Awesome.
Hey, Danny.
Mr. Wolf. I like how we all do this. You were
He's
waving.
back.
What'd you say? It was a
I'm gonna
302.
start doing the backwards piece.
I would 100% roll around with you and solve mysteries any day, good sir.
Oh
Sure.
yeah.
Piece.
I see that Big Willie should drive kind of like an older, like VW bus would be his vibe and all.
My original, I'll find pictures of my original vehicle. It's the whole reason that I have the logos that I did for
Yes, I'm saying
doing.
it's perfect vibe for you.
It was a Mitsubishi van too. And you sat right on what would be the motor, but the motor was on the right side, and the passenger, and it was a full just like the bus style glass for the
Same
windshield.
awesome.
You had a whole bed that laid out. The back seat swiveled. I loved that van so much for like 5 months. It helped me get a job, and then I had to scrap that because it died to fix something I knew was a problem on the other car. So
No.
I know she got squished.
Your beard looks really nice today.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome.
Yeah, that beard is
that
looking
full body
on
beard.
point
It's
today.
very like glittery. What
Full
product are
volume.
you using?
That's date night beer.
I don't have any product in there.
Wow.
This is what happens when I don't put stuff in it sometimes. So I mean, I hit it like with I did a little bit of oil earlier, but that was like
It looks so
Dude,
shiny
before-
and great.
Yeah,
it looks like
before-
honestly like maybe there's glitter in it. I know there's not, but it looks glistening.
Really, that's a new Omegle idea with your helmet on. We need to put like popcorn and stuff in your beard, and
Oh
while
my
you're talking, people
God.
just pick it out and eat it and never break stride. Just keep going without laughing.
Do you, okay,
You
do you
do
guys
that?
have you guys ever heard of the podcast Aliens Theorizing Aliens or
I love how you say
theorists
it.
theorists theorizing aliens or something like that? Have you ever heard of them?
No, but who is this?
Alien.
Oh, what's up, Chad Smith? How's it going, man?
Hey, other Chad Smith. There's lots of
Chad.
Chad Smiths here tonight.
Yeah, we've been saying the name for a while.
They have a TikTok
That's the
account
real
where they do Omegles. It's one of the guys. They have like 4 people on the podcast. It's like 4 dudes, and they talk about aliens or whatever. And one dude always comes on and he just goes, "Do you believe in aliens?" And he went to this one guy once, and the guy had a toilet seat on his face, and around it said, "Take a seat, ladies."
Whoa, very cool.
I think he got like 200,000 views on that fucking video. It was fucking hilarious.
I know what I'm
That's
making tomorrow.
pretty good.
I was like, that's what I'm saying. Like, we should spice up
Oh.
our lives. Like, there's people out there with top notch shit. Like, we are not up in our game.
There is game to be
We
had.
gotta start bringing props to it.
Willie, we need to talk about the Michigan Bigfoot Conference, and because Jamie was
It's
asking,
July 30th.
yeah, Jamie was asking if we bought tickets, and I'm just like, no. When we show
Oh, there's
up,
tickets.
we're gonna
I
hand.
know, I don't know. That's what I was asking.
That's to sneak under the fence.
I just show up and like I represent Bob Giblin. Okay, thank you very
Call
much.
him and tell him that we represent Joe Rogan, and we like to bring a
No,
couple
no, 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 no.
microphones.
You guys make press passes and say you're from Odd House.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
No,
press
that's not-
passes, Jamie. That's a great idea.
Get a laminator. You got a laminator at work?
I
Laminate
will
some
when
press
Amazon-
passes. You can literally, if you walk into a place with enough confidence and fake credentials, you can get anywhere.
That's true.
So
You know what we
one
used to do?
time- Okay, tell me.
Oh, I was just gonna say from being in like construction, if you just have a hard hat and a safety vest
Get a
on,
safety vest and walk it. And or
maybe a
clipboard
ladder or one singular tool in your hand, you can walk in anywhere.
Anywhere.
Just pretty
So-
much.
Me and Bree, when we used to go contact in the desert all the time, like before we were like in and cool with them, we used to bring like merch to hand out to people. And so one year we noticed that everyone who had like a ticket wore a wristband, but all of the speakers wore like lanyards that said like contact in the desert and had like a thing on it. So we bought a bunch of lanyards with our logo and then printed out business cards that were square and hole punched them onto them and handed them out. And so people started wearing them, and then everyone thought that they were important for some reason because they were wearing lanyards. And then by the end of it, people were like asking us for lanyards because they were like, who are all these cool people who have lanyards?
Love it.
Right? The vibe.
How big is a badge? It's like, isn't it like 250 by 500? Would you say?
What?
I'm trying
What
to make-
dimensional
I'm on
world
Canva.
are you operating in?
On Canva, and I'm trying. I want
Let's go with a standard, sir, 5x8.
Hold on, let me go grab one of mine.
Just
Stay
kidding.
here.
It's gonna be a 2.5 by 5.
about 2.5 by 5.
Or you can go with the 3x5. That's always a good solid option. Go with the 3x5 so you could put a 2.5 by 5 in it, or 2.5 by 4 3/4 into it.
Okay. We're talking inches here.
Yeah.
Wait, what'd you say? 3 by 5, right?
Yeah.
Create new design. All right, we're making our badges.
Enzo says lanyards equal supposed to be there. Facts, good sir.
Cross pass.
I want one that says It's one that says, age 12, my name is Pedro. And that's all I want.
I know where mine are.
That's all I want.
No, it needs to be more square than that, not so rectangular.
Oh, I had it pictured where it was like a badge.
It's a little bit fatter than that, though.
But,
It's a little bit more chody.
oh,
There it is.
there we go. Where's the resize? Right here.
I know,
Up in the
Papa
left-hand
Willie.
corner.
Oh.
So is it like 4x5? You think?
Hey, stop texting on there.
Try a 4x5. Let me see what it looks like.
Supposed to be over here securing the perimeter.
There's 4x5. Still not right.
No, you need to do it the opposite way. And a little bit
Oh.
Oh,
fatter.
they don't go with the elongated style anymore?
No,
Oh,
it's
man.
it's more of like a.
I 100% say we make up a whole, like, what do they call those? What is it called when they're the things that sell at the end of, like, magazines, but there's a specific name for them.
Like the inserts inside magazines?
No, like what that magazine is. They're the tabloids, right? Or what, there's another. Is it called tabloids, or there's another term for like when you have a writing company? You know what I mean? Like when that's what you do. You write these stories.
Oh, you have a column.
A column, yeah, and that's
It's a
what we should
column.
say. We're there to make a column. We're there to do
Yeah.
a piece. We
I'm here
represent
with
the Odd House Network.
and it's a column in the Odd House Network.
Hey, Carol, what's shaking?
Carol's in here.
Hi, love.
Carol XO.
Hi, darling. You feeling better?
God, I hope so. I'm so sick of hearing about people getting sick. I wish everybody.
Hey, are you doing
Flu's going around everywhere.
better there,
Yeah.
Jamie? Because like
Me?
everything I've been listening to is
I'm
like
always
Jamie
dying.
died.
I'm gonna
She
tell you,
died.
I'm constantly dying right now. No, when I came back from my vacation, I got the flu. And so I was sick for like a full solid week from that. And then I don't know, it just felt like it took me a long time to recover from that. That was like I was just exhausted even the week after. That was only like literally a week ago.
Hey, who else likes to make love with pineapples on their pizza? Like honestly, are you in the pineapple game?
I'm not gonna lie, I don't like to make love. I like to fuck.
I knew that.
Did I
I was
miss
waiting,
something?
and I was
All I heard
ready to
was
walk
who
right into
loves
that
to make
one.
love with pineapples on their
Pineapple.
pizza.
Yeah.
But I mean, seriously, you guys. I mean, just those that are on here right now. Like, you guys putting a pineapple on your pizza or no?
On
Hell
nipples,
yeah.
yes, but not
That's the only
pizza.
way I eat it.
Listen, if I show up to somewhere and they've got pizza sitting there and it's got pineapple on it, I'm eating it. But I'm not going to order it like that.
That's the
So
only
you
way
would
I
have
want
free
it.
pineapples on your pizza.
Free pineapple, yeah. I'll take a free
gotcha.
pineapple. Yeah.
I'd put pineapples again on nipples.
Do you do like the round
Could
ones that they used to
be-
put on the hams?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. Because I feel like, and also depending on your position, it could be a great
How
snack
many
for
slices
later.
can you hold on there?
And also, I don't know if you guys know this, but the more pineapple a man has, the more
Okay,
great-
that'll be the end of the
You know
show.
what I'm saying?
that's a two-way street, though. And that's
I know,
science.
So I'm saying, so like
We need to
pineapple
hate 'em.
nipple rings sound like it might be a thing.
There's a reason why everybody loves the Hawaiians and Polynesians.
Edible nipple,
Yeah.
nipple rings.
I didn't start this, Big Willie did, so
I actually just asked if you guys like pineapple on your pizza. Pretty
that's
pretty
not what you
straightforward.
said. You said,
Oh,
who-
ladies and gentlemen.
making love.
Making
Who
his
else is here?
return.
Who's
I can
here?
guarantee-
Paranormal
Here.
Chop Shop.
Please tell me it's
Jojo
breathing
Bones.
heavy JoJo Bones. Yes. JoJo,
Jojo.
you look 10
Hey.
years younger and your beard looks 2 feet longer.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Really
Hey,
does.
Chad, I like that new board, man. It's sounding good.
I do too.
Right.
It's awesome, man. We're going to have to do some nerding out and figure out what all it does.
That's good stuff.
Ooh, we're
Well,
over the
thank-
2-hour point.
Oh,
Hey,
hell.
everybody.
Hi, JoJo, darling. How you feeling?
I've been on a couple of great adventures since I was here last. so
Wow,
we-
really?
yeah, it's just one of them was at the hospital for about.
Oh no,
5
that's not great. I know you've been
days.
literally dying of COVID.
No, I haven't had COVID at all.
Oh, what is
good.
it? What are you dying of?
You got cooties. You got
She's
cooties.
dying. He doesn't have to be dying. She was like, "What are you dying of? Tell me the
They got
thing."
cooties from hanging out with floozies down at the bar.
Rip the
All right.
band-aid
They
off.
came in my hospital room and they said, "Would you die already? We need the bed. Just die."
Imagine Jamie's your
Damn
nurse.
bed. Yeah, Jamie, my
You're
nurse.
like,
Can
you
you
know
just
anything about
die?
I got told
That would be-
today
Did you piss the
that I
floor
have an
again?
attitude
God
and I'm
damn
not
it.
professional, so that's about right.
JoJo's like, if you know anything about me, you're gonna know real quick that I ain't going nowhere. You're
Jojo, was there?
on.
Did you go to the hospital because there was hot nurses? Don't lie.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, exactly. You know that you made those nurses uncomfortable.
Yeah, I was in. What happened
Did
was
you ask for sponge baths?
I got myself into some fucked up state because I wasn't taking care of myself
Oh boy.
with diabetes and some other things all at once.
Jojo.
And I was kind of laying in bed hoping I get better instead of going to the doctor. And
Jojo
I
doesn't
got
work
up.
to sit there.
I got up to go take a piss, and it was just like the floor under me just tilted like 90 degrees. You know,
Oh no.
that's right, exactly. What it is.
Exactly. No.
He see
fucking-
himself laying, looking at his sex mirror mounted above his bed, and that's the way he could see, looking back at him right there.
I laid on the floor and looked at myself in my sex mirror for an hour, just like that.
And you did what only any man could do in that position. No, I'm just kidding. All right.
Joe was
But
like,
I-
on YouTube.
And I tried to stand up, and I just couldn't do it. And I bounced my face off a hardwood chair.
Oh no, Jojo.
That's not good, JoJo.
I broke my nose. My nose is broken right now.
Are you gonna get a free nose job now, though, low key?
Well, they said I could get a nose
Sean.
job if I want to get it fixed, but I kind of look the same. It's just
I was like, you're kind of
slightly
into it, you're
swollen
like,
right
fuck it.
now, and it's like, fuck it, yeah.
I think it makes you
Don't
sound
worry,
sexier. You sound
It'll be a little
sexier.
bit crooked. Just
You know what,
a
and
little
then
bit.
you should-
Then I laid on the floor for an hour and bled. I mean, my nose bled profusely.
Jojo, do we need to get you the fucking life alert?
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
one of those since I
Okay,
got home.
good.
And you know, and it freaked Flavia out. Flavia was freaking.
Poor
Yeah.
puppy.
You know, she just watching me. You know, she didn't know what to do. She didn't know what was going on. Anything like that. Anyway, long story short, went
So
to
the message
hospital
here
for
is
5
that-
days.
The message here is
Yeah.
that take care of yourself, and if you start feeling weird, do something about it.
Go to the doctor.
Yeah. You don't wait and lay there. Well, yeah, it's kind of lack of experience, right? I'm like,
Hey,
you know, every
can I
time,
give
you
a
know,
little
time else
little
I've gotten,
piece?
I've gotten sick in my life. You just lay there long enough and you get better. You know.
Yeah.
Do yourself a
What's that?
favor and be proactive. Eat some the way you're supposed to. I'm
Yeah,
going
and
through the
not
exact
only
same
was I-
thing right now.
Not
Learning
only was
how.
I not treating my diabetes well, but I just wasn't eating. I
Jojo, and you
realized.
know what, too? A body in motion stays in motion. If you lay down and give up, your body is going to give up. You need to get up and move and do things. Because, like, my grandma, she got, like, her knee replaced. And because her knee, like, wouldn't bend all the way. And because she wouldn't get up and do the physical therapy, her knee is actually now worse than it was before because she didn't get up and fucking move it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm hearing you.
The
You're
worst thing
right.
you can do is not do your physical therapy when you're.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are right.
I had to fight with them physical therapists to get them to let me walk.
They gave me a whole list of things I can't do anymore. Like they say, you can't stand up and masturbate anymore.
I was just going to say it has
That's-
something to do
that's
with beating
out.
off. I already know.
That's out. That's out.
No, because you'll faint and pass
Bits
out.
get rolled, man.
Yeah, you have to.
Can you still do Amigo?
Yeah. I can still do that.
As long as you can do
You
that.
have to do it over.
Are you
a
allowed
kiddie
to
pool.
laugh?
You gotta
Oh,
do it
that's
over
the
a
other
kiddie
thing.
pool.
That's the other thing. I've got bruises on my ribs here,
Oh, no.
and,
So it
and
hurts
when
to
I
laugh.
when I cough or sneeze, sneeze is the worst.
Yeah.
When I sneeze, it is awful.
Oh, man.
It's like here it comes to the sneeze, and it's like ah.
So I shouldn't send you a box of pepper.
No, don't do that.
Okay.
Don't do that. That'd be bad. That would be bad. And the
I
whole
deal with
time it's
such
funny,
with
like
humor.
whenever you fall
Does it
or do
hurt
something
when I
like that,
the first idea
you know, I'm
is
feeling the
pepper?
ground under me do this, and right then I told myself, this isn't going to be good.
No, maybe we should get one of those little scooters, Jojo.
Yeah, that would be good.
The hover around, the one that you could climb the Grand Canyon and Mount Everest with from the 2000s.
With like the 4-wheel drive tires on it, we'll put some flames on it. And we can
Chad
roll.
Smith would probably let you in a scooter gang even.
Chad Smith will put it in the back of his truck and tote you around. Yeah,
That would be cool. That would be cool.
he can
What was
weld
the-
a little ramp together that you drive up.
Remember the episode of Seinfeld where George was faking his disability, and they got him one of those scooters to get around to work, and it was one of the popular, it was some popular brand, and they were he's like racing these old people downtown.
It's like the
in Manhattan.
Porsche of scooters.
Yeah, it's like
I
the
love
Porsche.
it. There's a
Yeah.
BMW scooter. We'll get you a BMW.
And
Everyone
it's like a
donate now
status symbol,
to
you know.
This
George
show.
George goes up to one of the old people, says, 12 volt. I feel
Really?
sorry
Wow.
for you. I feel
Exactly.
sorry for you.
We're always
Just a
teasing
12 volt.
Chad about his scooter, but I'm really
Mm-hmm.
going to buy one of those 2022 Honda Monkey. I'm on the waiting list. They don't have
Mm-hmm.
any here. So is his brother. You guys need to look those up.
Get
Bro,
it.
we're all gonna show up in Texas for the UFO Garage hangout, and our scooters rolling hard. It's gonna be like the Magnificent Seven, right, in this film, where the dust and the horses on the ridge, but it's just scooter gangs rolling
That'll be
hard
cool,
in there.
man. That would be
Actually-
cool. I can see it now. The
Speaking of
mothers,
that, Matt,
the mothers
I need to
gathering
leave
their
too.
children off the streets.
do?
I do. It's my anniversary weekend. We've been celebrating
Matt,
for
before
days,
you go.
and we're going to continue longer. Exactly with that.
Yeah, go to the Paranormal Chop Shop.
Well,
It's
that's
brought to you
good.
by Second Star Survival.
We went out to
Rodney
the bar
Posky.
earlier, had drinks,
Just
and then we
do
ordered
yourself
chicken
a
nuggets at
favor.
home.
Just do yourself a favor. If you're going to do it standing up, be careful.
Never. No, he's really tall, and I'm very short.
Okay.
Jamie, thank you for coming over here with us.
I love you guys so much. Thank you for having me. I'm sorry that I
love
talk
you.
over everyone, but I love you
We
all.
love you. We love
Wait,
you.
how do I
Love
do
you.
this?
What do you think, Jamie? She's gone. There's our press badge.
I love that. I really love that.
man.
Nice,
There's Big Willie's bits.
very believable.
I like that.
That screams credentials.
Yours is good. Like the first time you're like, "This is my assistant. This is the big Billy's bits."
That screams credibility.
Hey, you can identify as anything nowadays. So I'm like, you have a problem with that? Is it a is it a problem?
Yeah, exactly. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do about it?
I'm starting to buy all of the senior citizen equipment now. Like I'm getting a chairlift for my bathtub.
Ooh.
You know, so I can recline in there and hit the button. And
Ooh, that sounds awesome.
actually, I'm kind of looking forward to that.
Hell yeah.
You know, that's kind of cool.
He just starts taking it everywhere. It just rolls up to the podcast.
Hey, it's just all the crap you've been doing.
Yeah, I'm
and
gonna.
it's been hurting you for so long. You don't
Yeah,
have to do it that way no more.
no, I don't. In fact, I think I'm going to get a camera for my bathtub.
Oh,
So I can do
Jesus.
the
They're really
bath.
concerned about the snorter.
Yeah. You know. So anyway, well, that's I condensed all my stories into one
Hey, well, it was
story.
that kind of party.
It's always that kind of party. Come on.
Hello, my chubby little leprechauns. From the bathtub with the clovers floating in the water with
That's JoJo's opening theme song. That was
Yes.
hot.
God, I wish I
Yes.
had it in here. I don't have it.
Yeah, it's I got my twig and berries in the bathtub.
Slim Jim and the twins.
Jojo, I wish I had your intro
You can do
in
a
here.
segment called JoJo Bones Personal Thoughts with like rose petals floating around.
So-
in the
Sure.
bath.
Sure.
Just dumping gallons of milk in there.
All right, hang on. I'm gonna go get me
Milk
some
with
iced
cookies
tea.
floating around.
Oh,
Just eat
okay.
it out
I'll
there
get
in
some
the
iced tea. I'll be right
Don't be
back.
putting no sugar in that shit.
I'm not going to. No.
I'll come down there.
Yeah, you drink it. You drink it without flavor, sir. Like the rest of us. Okay?
Man, I'm so glad he's
You're
back.
on
I
to
was
something
worried
there,
about him.
Winnie.
Hey guys, if everybody could do me a huge
I'm just
favor.
glad he didn't fall there. I was actually watching. I wasn't looking.
911 with emergency.
He just goes down. Not that we should laugh. Could you imagine he goes down live on this show?
Not good. At
It
least
would have been funny. I don't know why I'm laughing. He
at
just.
least we would see him and we'd know how to contact authorities. I can't believe he laid
It's
on the
not
ground
funny.
for
I
an
don't know
hour
what.
bleeding. That's terrible.
That's scary, actually. An hour is a long time.
We're gonna have to remove you if you keep laughing at people's injuries.
I can't. All I can think of is you guys remember back in the day, 2002, 3, somewhere in there, glory days of YouTube. I think it
Glory
released
holes
in
of
2006. But this lady was in Italy. She was doing a video on, how they stomp the grapes with their feet, right?
Oh,
And
yeah.
she wiped out and fell, and her microphone was still mounted to her. She face planted, and all you hear is,
It's terrible.
she's in agony, but you can't watch that video and not laugh. And there's something wrong with me, probably, for laughing at that, but like,
Horrible, Willie.
God, it's not funny.
When you fell out of there, I'm with you, dude. It was funny.
It was only the sounds that she was making. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
So we're gonna raid.
Danny.
Wolf, okay? Because she's only got. Right now, there's 4 people watching, but I want everyone over there.
Drop the link in the chat, Danny.
Go. Here's Danny's link.
Oh, and Enzo dropped the link to that Great Fall lady. He knew.
Oh, there's the Great Fall lady.
You got to watch that when we come back.
But yeah, guys, we're gonna go over to Danny's channel after this when we end the Chop Shop. Please go over there and say hi to Danny and subscribe and hit the like button for him.
Yo,
Awesome.
everyone that's supposed to get a link to the after hours party, be ready. You'll be getting one when the show ends.
Yeah.
You want me to play that JoJo song on the way
You
out?
have it?
I can I can bring it up.
Sure. Yeah, that'd be great.
Want to say goodbye? Is this the outro?
Yeah, I think so. Everyone head over to Danny's channel. Let's go raid him.
Thank you, everybody, so much for being with us. It was awesome.
Marty over
show.
there typing in the chat. Yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out with us, and thank
Love
you,
you guys.
Sonny and
Goodbye.
Papa Willie and Spooky for starting up the Chop Shop.
Hey, man.
Got it.
It
We're
was-
glad
it
you
was
made it.
listening to you
Safe.
guys. All right, we'll see you guys later. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye.
Welcome to the JoJo Bone Show, my chubby little leprechauns. My name is JoJo Bone, and this is my speed of sound on the majesty of the interplanetary gravitons of peace and love. Where have we been? Where did we come from? Where are we going? Oh, my chubby little leprechauns, it is those mysteries and more we will explore on the JoJo Bone Show by way of words, music, stories, legends, urban lore, and sometimes maybe a lie or two. Here we go.